30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I didn't know if you wanted to go on the air and talk about the Brianna situation, but I just wanted to let you know that I support her position, and I want to, her not to be in trouble, and I'm willing to help in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so have you ever heard of me before? Started wanting to get off the phone real fast.
Oh, yeah.
I'm willing to help in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Nothing says I didn't bust a nut like that statement.
Wow. You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge Show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Man, I wish I by the way, the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, Thursday, February 5, 2026. It's Babyface Thursdays. That tends to be a pretty good little moneymaker for us.
FarmITips.com, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App to show your love for the show. Hit the thumbs up.
And I don't think that you're ashamed of being second to the great Gene Lasker. A lot of people are very competitive around here, but you tend to be honest. And
something was haywiring over there, Bubba.
We've never had audio on these computers before, ever. And apparently, when I opened up YouTube, the audio was playing. But luckily,
I didn't hear it.
The best executive producer in all the land was on top of it, jumped over, knew where it was coming from, and immediately extinguished the problem.
I wish there's a part of me that wishes you guys could hear us scrambling around before the show starts with all these really good ideas and fodder, and we're like, shut up, stop, don't, we're going to do it on the air. And then, oh, no, we can't do that on the air. Oh, well, we can, but not that much. Lummy, do you got a clip? Yeah, I got a clip. Hey, guys, make sure you back me up on this deal. And, just scrambling around. I feel like it's a quarterback in the 40-second clock's counting down to, I'm at 5, and I got 3 checkdowns to do yet, and we're getting ready to go live.
We do throw a lot at you, Bubba, in the last 45 seconds before the show. It's a challenge. We want to keep you on your toes. See if you still got it, old-timer.
You said take it easy on you. You're turning 60 soon.
Well, yeah, I did, but I don't want to be, addressed as old-timer in your little twink shirt over there. Wow. What a
What about old girl?
BARP is brought to you by ARP next year.
Oh, no.
AARP, baby.
Also, Macho was making sure that everyone knew that you were pretty fondling his biceps, too, before the show.
Well, he comes in here, and I knew that I could.
I heard the word fondled in a long time.
You can't put that in my face and not expect me to grab all over.
No, hold on. Let me first address this with Macho. Macho, did me asking to grab your arm and feel the thickness of your bicep, did that offend you?
No, not at all.
Oh, well,
just want to make sure that people know.
Lummy brought it up as if you were offended by that, and you're going right to HR.
No,
with
he
it.
wanted me to make sure it was out there. That you were so.
Well, he came in here, and he has the same tradition. He walks behind Seth's area, then comes up to me, and then turns the big TV on behind me, a couple different TVs. And then if he's got a photo update, which, by the way, if you got any pictures that you'd like to be on my photo wall, send it to, is it Bubba Army Pics or
Bubba Army Pics at gmail.com.
It is weird the way when he turns things on, he does this.
Oh, he was wanting
it. And he flexes.
Babyface, he was wanting it.
So he walks in today.
He was throwing
and
it
his shirt's kind of a little rolled up a little bit to show a little more bi than normal. And I say to him, Macho, did you train arms yesterday? Because, I mean, it just looked like it. He's like, yeah, I did, I go, come here for a second. I said, which one's your best arm? Because everybody that lifts weights has a better arm for some reason. Like, I don't know if it's in my particular better.
It's a masturbation arm.
I think it is. Brian, honest to God, I think it is because I write right-handed, but I masturbate left-handed. And one would think that my dominant arm, which is usually the arm that you write with and, throw a ball with and, the things that you do, I think isn't that a thing? You have a
dominant arm.
A dominant arm. Well, my dominant arm is my right in daily activities, but masturbation happens to be my left, and when I'm lifting weights and have a little bit of bicep that kind of cuts out a little bit, which I probably haven't seen since 2009. My left one is my better arm. So I think maybe your masturbation theory might be macho. I mean,
that's not true in my case. It's genetics too. A lot of it's genetics.
So I say, which one's your best arm? Because I want to feel your best arm. And he says, my right. So I go and I say, he pumps up his arm. I grab him. I go, wow, your arm looks huge. Feels huge. So I mean, there.
So what you're saying is he shouldn't dress like that if he doesn't want you fondling him?
Well, I think he dressed like that because he wanted to accentuate his biceps. He just didn't know.
I'm actually wearing a shirt today.
That the boss.
He is wearing a shirt.
That the boss was going to actually, grope him. His better of the two arms.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking? How does it compare to Hogan's? Because I know that's what you're comparing.
Well, I mean,
it to.
it's more cut than Hogan's, but it's not as big as Hogan's.
Right. Now, do you like it more cut or bigger?
I don't prefer. I'm not in the cut and or bigger business. But Mike Vrabel, was it? How you say guy's last name?
Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel, the head coach of the Patriots. He seems to. I don't know if I quite believe this or not, but I guess a sport. Obviously he is headed to the Super Bowl this Sunday.
Just remember, we don't have delay.
Yeah, no, I know that. But that's why I found a clip that wasn't dirty.
Broadcast professional.
Yeah. So anyway, hold on, my bad. I just did the same thing Brian did. Had volume up. So the head coach for the Patriots was asked, what would you do? I think it was a Philadelphia newspaper, or he was on a sports show or something, and they asked Mike Vrabel, what would you do to win another Super Bowl? Now, obviously, he has an opportunity to win one this Sunday, and he said, I'd cut off half my penis. So I think for a guy, and we're all men in here, to make that statement, you got, I couldn't cut off half. 5 3/4 cut off. I mean, I'm going to be left with like a 2.25 incher.
Isn't this Bussin' with the Boys?
Yes.
And so Mike Vrabel was on with Bussin' with the Boys, and they asked Mike Vrabel that particular question. Hey, you were asked earlier this week, what would you do to win another Super Bowl? And you said, cut off half your penis. Did you say that? And he addresses it.
How many times have you been asked this week about that?
Just clip? A couple. I mean, somebody asked me in Boston.
Yeah? What was your answer to them?
I mean, I'd probably cut it in half.
Okay.
Leave her 6.
Whoa. Wow. Can you imagine rolling around with a 12-inch penis? Now, I know he's probably speaking, there's no way to verify that. And
there's ways to verify it.
I mean, yeah, it's true. I mean,
have you thought about him hauling around that thing on the sidelines?
No.
He does wear baggy pants a lot.
No, I'm not. I don't. And I don't know if a man really has a 12-incher.
I think that was just a joke with the boys over there.
You think a 12-incher doesn't exist? Is that what you're saying?
I think it's really, really, really rare.
Oh, I'm sure it's rare, but I'm also pretty certain it's out there.
No, I'm sure, Brian, it's out there. But I'm sure that, it's rare. Because, even 9s and 10s are usually exaggerated to be 12s. I knew a guy one time that had a solid 10, and he told everybody it was 12.
Who is this gentleman?
Fabrizi.
Oh, okay.
Because he used to literally, when I would come home, and I'd pull in my driveway, I'd go up my steps, and I would be in my office or something, he'd be like, hey, what are you doing? He'd call me up. What are you doing right now? Nothing. Look outside your window. And he would be on his front porch with his pants pulled completely down, helicoptering it. And I go, Fabrizi, I don't want to. I mean,
should we do a bit like call now if you're really 10, but you say you're 12?
Like Fabrizi used to tell people, I got a 12-inch penis, but he didn't. It was 10.
It looks like, it's 0.0001% that a man will have a 12-inch penis.
I think, Brian, you almost have a better chance of winning Powerball than having an actual legitimately. Now you can have it. I'm sure there's a bunch of 9s and 10s out there, but to have a bona fide foot-long penis, I don't think a woman
That's got to be annoying.
Not only that,
that's got to be annoying.
You know why it's annoying? Because although it may make you feel better and it looks good and a whole 9 yards, I don't think that women want that. And I mean, didn't we have an article that says the average depth of a woman's vagina is just at 6 inches?
Yes.
And that's like before you start hitting the cervix. And I got to think that that's not comfortable for a woman. That once you fill her to capacity, that overflowing is just you're hitting pieces that you're not that wasn't intended to be hit.
The the largest medically verified penis belongs to Matt Barr. He measured 14.4 inches.
Yeah, that's the largest in the world,
which is on display.
His penis is on display?
Yeah, at an exhibition.
Oh, well, I don't want.
We're at the exhibition. Is it local, Lummy?
So anyway, Brian. So here's the deal: if you're rolling around with a 10, you might as well tell everybody you got a 12 because the average man's penis is 5.5 to 6 inches. So you're double the average. So you might as well just 12 sounds so much better than 10. Right?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's people in this that come into this studio that you double and say they have double what they have. So you know.
You talking about Dan?
I'm not saying any names. I'm saying you've been known to do that.
I do think that of everybody that's on my program, Dan self-proclaims. Now, I'm not speaking anything bad about Dan. I mean, if Dan's going to get mad at me because I say that he's got a large penis, well, then I think we have a whole bad understanding as to what, it's good talk and bad talk.
No, he's probably only going to get mad because you're probably going to, I don't want to say anything.
No, I'm going to say, Dan proclaims to have the largest penis.
Well, I unfortunately have seen it when we've been peeing, and it is very big.
And I'm not disputing the fact that Dan probably has
bulbous. Would you say?
I don't know. I'm not going to get into girth. Bulbous.
Well, Lummy's the only one. Well, Bubba may have seen it, but Lummy's the only one here who's definitely seen it.
I've never seen it.
Lummy, please go on. Describe.
So, Lummy, I mean, since you have seen Dan's penis,
yes.
What would you say? Would you say fully, aroused that it would be 12?
Wait, Lummy's seen it fully aroused?
No, I wouldn't say 12. I wouldn't say 12.
Hold on.
No, I wouldn't
Brian,
say 12.
I'm sure. When you see a guy peeing in his state of softness, you can probably, by just looking at that, kind of estimate what it might be.
Man, this is gay as hell.
This is the gayest conversation ever. But Lummy, keep going.
You guys ask Lummy. I just try to backfill it, and now I get trouble.
No, we're not saying you're gay.
Trouble.
The conversation overall is we got to admit that. We went from grabbing biceps.
Okay. So, Lummy, you've seen Dan's penis while peeing.
Yes.
Would you say that there's no way that it's 12, maybe more like 9?
I would say yes. I would say it's between 8.5 and 9.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very precise.
That's big. That's quite large.
If it committed a crime, would you be able to draw it on a composite sketch?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Well, speaking of which, Babyface, one of the last things that we were talking about, what we were going to talk about when the show started, was your attempt to do a parody, which I will tell you, you did a great job. You did I
will agree. The vocals were a little weak. I got to learn to sing better.
No. It wasn't the vocals. It was your attempting to mix it.
So, real quick on that, because I do take a bit of exception to this.
Do we have both mixes?
Yeah, they're blue and pink.
So, first of all, let's be clear on this, okay?
Well, hold on. Let's be clear on something else. Let's burn a break because I got so much stuff to talk about today. So let's burn one.
Jam-packed.
Let's burn one, if we could. Jam-packed full of crap. Thank God you answered.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
my trunk. I'm heading down the highway.
Let's not promote that fucking thing. Even with.
All right, I'm gonna go to Blockbuster Music today and get the double CD.
Man, BJ told me what they used to make on those things.
Oh man, I can only imagine. It had to have been about $300,000.
Honestly, I'm not exaggerating. Hold on, I'm not exaggerating. BJ's cut, and they cut it 50-50. And Numbnuts did the books, so I told BJ he probably ended up getting screwed. BJ used to make, and they did 10 of them, $300,000.
I nailed it. How about that?
Well, 600 total.
Yeah, I know. You said how much they each used to make, and it's like $300,000.
Yeah, you're right.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
That's good.
Jeff Coy.
What's up, Babyface Brigade? Everybody in here. Show our appreciation to Bubba and the crew here, man.
Morning, Yenzers.
It's the start of Winter Nationals. Bubba's excited.
What's up, Oshak? You going?
Oh, you know.
You should join us up there.
You know the answer.
You should join us. We're going to be camping.
Should I be honorary Grand Marshal for the race?
Yeah.
He wouldn't even know what to fucking do.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
You don't start those, you push them. So you can say, push trucks, push the cars. That's what you have to say. Because those cars, you have to start through pushing them.
What's up, Jack?
Let's get to pushing. Dirty pushers. Thanks, Hilo.
Let the games begin. Hello, Florida. Get ready for 6 straight nights of Winter Games 17.
I'll let you know.
Common Tires in February 2026. Barberville's Volusia Speedway Park presents the official kickoff to the USAC Angelo Sprint Car National Championship season.
What's up, Berto?
February 9th and 10th. The action-packed racing week concludes with a trip back west to finish strong for 4 consecutive nights at Ocala Speedway.
Which night are you going to Winter Nationals, Seth? That's the night I'm going to go.
The real question is, which night am I not going? Because
the answer is all of them.
Well, if you guys change your mind, Friday.
What's up, Joe?
It'll be a real party out there.
Friday night?
Oh, yeah.
The Nash Bash, when does that get started?
It's already started.
They move in and then they don't leave for a month?
Yeah. We'll be on a camp.
And then Tom works him to death on electrical problems we have at the track to pay him off. The big Johnny K, $150 for the baby.
Oh, thank you, John Costeca.
Johnny K.
Holy shit, that's one we've made all week combined.
We's 20.
Yes, Seth, you're correct. We've had a slow week.
We're pulling up the nose. They call me the closer.
Then Secret Habit 83 months. I would say you're the setup guy.
Yeah, I am. I'm the 8th inning guy.
Yeah,
but I come in those high leverage situations, man.
You come in when you got
first and third and one out, and you need that double play grounder, and I fucking jam up the hitter right on the hands.
We need a grounder to the shortstop for a quick little fucking bam bam.
You know what I remember? They had
Are the Rays going to be good this year?
Who the
Ryan?
fuck knows with that team? I don't see where the offense is coming from. They lost Brandon Lowe. They lost Brandon Lau. They lost Josh Lowe.
What about Wonderland Franco?
Yeah, he wants to stay in the minors.
But like we didn't read those two people we just said, they were most of our offense, weren't they?
Well, for the outfield, yeah, and not. I mean, you still have Junior, you still have Yandy, and you still have Aranda. So you've got some pop. But you've got they may have the most pathetic outfield power in the history of baseball. They may get a combined 15 home runs from their outfielders this year.
I mean, the Red Sox loaded up. The Blue Jays got better. I mean,
the only hope is that all the pitchers stay healthy this year. McClanahan comes back to his old, nearly Cy Young form, and everybody else pitches well, and they manage to win a lot of 4-3 games.
Hey guys, want to get lucky this Valentine's Day? Relax, we got you covered. Because when it comes to romance, it's all about the box. Set the mood, turn the lights down, get on the comfortable couch. With the box, you'll see things you've never seen before. Thrilling, hot and steamy, smooth, slow burn romance that actually works. Whether it's heart-pounding action, edge of your seat games, or movies that say, don't go to bed yet. The box delivers. This Valentine's Day, don't overthink it. Bring home the one thing that never disappoints. Visit getabox.com. Use promo code BUBBA for $25 off your new box. Every channel, every game, every movie ever made. Getabox.com, promo code BUBBA.
It's quite painful to listen.
Children love
Bubba the Love Sponge.
The perfect combination of entertainment and education.
Yes, it's quite painful to listen until the medication kicks in. Back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I will tell you this, man. Not that I need to do a lot of extra promotion, but man, that get a box gimmick, woof,
strong.
It's strong. I can't really get into it, man, but use promo code BUBBA on checkout.
Can I read some text that my brother-in-law sent me?
Yeah, of course, but let me just tell you my spin on it before we go to your lovely brother-in-law. Oh my God. Like, wow, this weekend I spent some time watching it, and I spent a little bit yesterday watching it, and the interface and the menu and just how to navigate through it is it's seamless. It's mind-blowing that you buy it and you never have to ever buy it, like you'll never get a cable bill again.
And it does all the updates for itself.
I'll be honest. So he said this was his exact
This is coming from your wife's brother?
Yep.
Okay.
The interface is a little, takes a little getting used to. There's so many apps to choose from.
Right.
But once you get through it, it's easy to navigate.
Once you learn it.
Yep.
Yeah, like once you learn, okay, this app takes me to this app takes me to this. If I want to go to there, I mean, it takes probably, I would say, a couple times using it, but then you get to where you can mark favorites and things like that. Oh, my God.
He said, I wouldn't recommend it for a really elderly woman, but so far everything seems to work, and I can finally watch NBC and Landman, which I've been wanting to watch because they actually lost their NBC through Fubo, whatever he had.
Right. Oh, I just got to tell I think we all got them.
He said, I haven't found the Somalian porn yet, but I'll let you know once I do, because he was listening to the show that day.
Right. I mean, they even have flow and dirt. I mean, they even got the racing.
Well, this is what he said. I haven't watched a Providence college basketball game all season because they suck and are out of my area programming, but I'm watching it now. I can also watch my my college Bryant, High Point, JC State, and USF. Pretty sweet.
Lummy, I can watch Indiana, not that you'd want to, because they lost their coach 2 years ago to St. Louis, but did you see St. Louis is one of those teams that got busted for gambling?
Yeah, it sure was.
But anyway, Indiana State shocked. Almost made it to the NCAAs a couple years ago, and I can watch Indiana State basketball. I can watch Indiana State football. I mean, it's like...
Well, didn't they make it to the NCAA with Robbie Avila? They had the goggled guy.
No, I think they got beaten in the Missouri Valley Conference. I think.
Yeah, they did. They got beaten. They were on the bubble.
I am absolutely a mic dropper of late.
Man.
So anyway, man, I don't have to go. I mean, Brian, you're.
If you haven't gotten a box by now, you're never getting any box in your life.
I mean,
you're going to be an insole the rest of your life.
Getabox.com. You'll never get another. There's no need to subscribe to anything, to nothing. You don't need to buy anything extra. No cable bill, no YouTube TV, no Netflix, no nothing. That's all you. And it's a one-time purchase, and you're done. I'm so glad. I am so glad we hooked up with them.
Yes.
I'm so fortunate. They're a great client, and God, I mean, my Lord. I have all types of different clients, and like Skag. I love Skag. I got some Red Line Oil and Toyo tires, and then Get a Box, and we're working on Bucked Up, but God, Get a Box might be the coolest thing that I endorse. My Lord, it's unbelievable.
That's awesome.
USAC sent me, they have their own little video department, and it's pretty good quality. I think this is the 2026 USAC winter. When USAC comes to my track, they call it the Winter Dirt Games. I don't know if this is Winter Dirt Games 15, 14, 16. I don't know. They've been coming. Well, I think their first year might have been 11. So that would put Winter Dirt Games 15?
Yeah, you think so.
So they start 2 nights in Volusia and then go 5 nights with us here is the promo that they sent me that I'm gonna maybe have Gary Cantrell edit out the Volusia part, Lummy, and make it just all about Ocala.
It said it debuted in 2010.
Oh, 2010.
It says, yes.
That's our 16th year.
The games begin. Hello, Florida. Get ready for 6 straight nights of Winter Dirt Game 17.
Hold on, 17. That's right, because they did it a year at East Bay. They did it in 2000. Yeah, so it's Winter. Lummy, for those scoring at home, it's Winter Dirt Game 17.
To buy Yokohama tires in February 2026.
Look at that, man. About 100 mile an hour, completely sideways.
On Yokozuna tires?
No.
Barberville's Volusia Speedway Park presents the official kickoff to the USAC.
We need to cut all this part out, Lummy.
Okay.
Ames Oil's Sprint Car National Championship season with a pair of dates on February 9th and 10th. The action-packed racing week concludes with a trip back west to finish strong for 4 consecutive nights at Ocala Speedway on February 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. Practice night at Ocala kicks off the week-long extravaganza on Sunday, February 8th. Sunshine and a $24,000 Winter Dirt Games Point Fund awaits. For more info, visit
$24,000 Winter Point Fund, in addition to all the prize purses.
USACRacing.com. The countdown is on. The 2026 USAC season is just around the corner in Florida.
I'll be spending that weekend up there watching some USAC racing.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be going up there?
Yes, sir.
Ashley told me she's very excited to spend Valentine's Day at the dirt track.
She is going to be camping out there.
You guys are going to romantically share a corn dog like Lady and the Tramp.
I think you're living vicariously through Lummy and Ashley, to be honest with you. I think deep down you'd like to bring your wife to Winter Dirt Game 17 and do a Lady and the Tramp corn dog gimmick.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
It's really fun.
All right, so Brian comes to me last week and he says, if we're going to be totally transparent and tell this whole story truthfully, he says, hey, I got a song that I wrote, a parody song I wrote about Dan. I said, okay. He goes, do you need to hear it or approve it or anything? I was like, no, just let it rip. He goes, okay. I'll be in Friday to tape it, to, lay it down. I go, okay. He goes, what do I need to do? How do I need to do this? I go, get a hold of Lummy. Now, I was walking out, by the way, too. I didn't have enough. I mean, I'm not going to, just.
You got no time to deal with anybody who wants to put an extra effort.
I just give me my free content and let me complain about it.
I do set, but I do have an executive producer that can schedule that for me, right, bud? I mean,
Of course.
Sure. I already gave it the okay. I told him I didn't need to hear it or approve it. I relied on his ability to know what's right and what's wrong and how far to go and what have you. So I don't micro. The one thing I think, listen, I probably am a bad boss in some areas. But one area that I think I'm a good boss in is I don't micromanage. I don't tell people necessarily. I may tell them my vision or what I like to get done, short term and stuff. But as far as honest to God, Brian, MJ back in the day, one of the reasons why Manson, if I give you guys kind of a Bubba Show history lesson, one of the reasons why when I started 98 Rock, Manson was working for MJ, but MJ was such a control freak. MJ and BJ show, circa 1996. And I had just made the transition over from the Power Pig at night to do mornings. And Manson was already, all the songs I was playing at night were songs that MJ thought were too dirty or didn't want. So Manson would just give them to me and I'd play them on the Power Pig. People loved them. And so Manson would have to write the bit, produce the bit, then give it to MJ for him to listen. MJ would then come back with notes for him to make changes on, and then Manson, if he wanted that bit or parody played, had to make the changes in order for MJ to play it. I have never been that way. When Manson worked for me for 23 some odd years, our rule was I want to hear it for the first, just because for my natural reaction and for the show's spontaneity and things like that. I want to hear it the first time when I put it on the air. When I hit play will be the first time I hear it. So if you worked for MJ, Brian, he would say, "Oh, I need to see the lyrics. I need you to record it. I need to listen to it. Thank God you got it done." So I think you guys would all agree that I don't creatively micromanage at all. I mean, I don't.
A lot of people say you don't manage at all. No, not at all. Micro, macro.
Thanks. Appreciate it. I should be really mad at you.
I know.
No.
It was a joke.
Mad at you.
Come on.
Very mad at you. I got to keep things even around here. You know you shouldn't be saying those kind of things around me, making me look stupid on the air. I have to, make sure that I...
threaten to take his day away.
Threaten to take your day away, everything.
Well, I only have one day. I don't have two.
So, Brian then says... I'm still outside Friday I'm with Lasker, Lummy, because Bobby from Live Fast Entertainment and Towing is picking up the cream machine. And so I'm out there a little bit longer in the parking lot on Friday. And plus Friday, man, Lasker brought a big trailer, and we had, Bobby and his flatbed and Bobby's wife out there and Bobby's coworker out there. And I mean, the whole parking lot was it looked like a big, It
was a party.
It looked like a towing convention. And so Brian comes...
Looked like one of those car shows they do in the Burger King parking lots.
Yeah, with broken down cars.
Yeah.
So I see Brian coming in, and he goes, "Hey, I'm going in to record my new parody."
You actually saw me in the studio. I walked in to tell you guys that I thought somebody was getting their car repoed because a tow truck came in right behind me when I came into the gate.
Yeah, but
so that's when you saw me. Just to remind you.
Seth started cringing. It's like, oh my God, where'd I park? Seth's the only one that probably has a new car. But I don't think Seth would have to worry about getting repoed or nothing. But let me remember, I don't know if you worked for me back then, but remember when 25 got his car repoed?
Yes, unfortunately.
I thought Tara might have stopped paying for your truck.
No, no.
25, yeah. Then he had to borrow Tom. It was a mess.
Yeah, we're on the air, and 25 comes in and goes, "Man, they're repoing my car in Tom Bean's parking lot."
So it wasn't out of the realm of possibility for that to have happened when I came in concerned about the tow truck.
We have in the show history of the Bubba the Love Sponge show, we have had one repo from an employee that worked here, got his car repoed one time. So that's not, you're right. I concede. You're right, Brian. So Brian proclaims as he's coming into the building or wherever I saw him, "I'm here to tape my Dan parody." And I go, "Okay." And he goes, "I'm just going to run the music and try to do it all, just do it myself." Well, I wasn't really paying attention at that point. I should have stopped him and said, "No, you're not going to be able to mix it correctly doing it that way. Your music's going to probably end up being too low. Your vocals will be too hot. You're not going to be, that's not going to work out."
I wish I had been a part of this conversation because this never happened.
I know.
The only thing I asked was if I was okay to do it at your microphone. That was the extent of the technical conversation you and I had.
I just told him myself and said I should have stopped you and said, lay down the vocals, give the music to Lummy and or Macho Man, let them mix it for you, and it'll be better. So I didn't. Brian came in here, cut this right here. Hold on, stand by. I'm not going to play it all because it doesn't take very long to hear how badly mixed this is. Now, Brian, I don't want you to misconstrue that I don't think the song's good. I think the song and the content's good. Just the mixing really sucks here.
I just want to do some backfill and some color when you're done shredding the mix. That was not a mix, but go ahead.
What do you mean it wasn't a mix?
Well, so
you hit the music and you sang the song.
So this is what happened. I didn't know what to do. Haven't recorded a parody maybe one time ever, and there was plenty of help for me when I did the Springsteen song back in the day. So I come into the studio. Macho graciously comes over. Now, I also know that I only have 15 minutes between the end of your show and the start of Lummy's award-winning weekly wrap-up show, okay? And so I'm trying to get this done quickly. Macho comes over, and he says, "How do you want it? Do you want the music playing in the background?" I said, "Whatever is easier for you is how I want to do this. How is it easier for you to get this ready to play on the air for Bubba. And he said, if you play the music in the background, that's fine. And so that's what I went with. That's all. I was literally trying to get in and out and disturb as few people as I could.
No big deal.
And respect Macho's time. And then he goes, don't worry about it. I'll add some compression. I'll make it sound better for you. And I said, thank you, Mach. You're the man.
I wasn't rushing you, by the way.
No, you weren't. I felt rushed. I'm not saying you rushed me at all.
See, Brian will throw shade on you.
I did not.
He did the award-winning show. I wasn't even in the studio.
Because Lummy's never been one to be out there tapping his foot waiting for you to get done with your studio.
No, I was helping Gene. I was looking for the
you were doing all kinds
horn.
of things.
I was looking for the horn box.
And the vocals here are like
super hot.
And the music is this is just a tad better than your local karaoke bar.
Maybe not.
And I would like anything to
if
be
you
on.
Go to a good care, if you go to Thunder Bay up on Linebaugh there, they've got some strong singers.
I like everything on my show to be at least properly mixed. The content may suck, but we like to be properly mixed.
Daniel's dog's coming tonight on a plane.
I feel like he's in my head. He's so hot. He's in my head.
It's hot. Little does he know that his kids soon will feel pain.
All right, so that's all I needed to hear of that nonsense to know that he needed to redo it. So I just Macho, I think, isolated the vocals, and when we replayed it, we mixed it correctly. And Brian, it turned out very good.
Macho did a great job with it.
He did a great job. I should scold you and tell you this is horrible to be talking about a fellow employee like this. And I don't want to be double standard, and I want to put you in your place. So, Brian, this is not really, really, really acceptable to be making fun of your fellow employees like that.
Just wait till Dr. Dan comes back with his.
I've invited Dan.
I know. I'm sure he's working on it.
I've invited Dan, said, Dan, listen, to be fair, write an anti-Brian one as much as you want.
This is going to go down like the Drake Kendrick Lamar.
We're gonna have an 8-mile battle right now amongst lawyers. Sounds so much better, Brian.
Macho did an amazing job with it. Thank you, Macho. You're one of the best in the biz.
With the biggest arms too.
Confirmed. Little does he know that his kids soon will feel pain. Oh,
now, has Dan contacted you at all?
No.
He hasn't said, "Hey, Brian, pretty good song, funny, haha."
No.
Now, I just wanted to make sure that I emphasize that if Dan, when Dan comes up with his anti-babyface deal, that I will play it, when I get it. And then if it would happen to be, for instance, I got this on Monday and Brian wasn't in here.
Yeah.
So if Dan would do his and I would get it like on a Thursday.
Great deal, $20.
By the way, Johnny Costica, I completely forgot about the $1.50 that rolled in, and it was denoted for the babyface.
You forgot to announce it the second time? Is that what you're saying?
Did I not? No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You did.
On the air?
Yeah.
On the air?
Yeah.
There's 3. So I want to make sure, Lummy, that I specifically draw a line in the sand by saying if I would get Dan's parody on a day he wasn't here, I would play it immediately, like I did with Babyface. And then once Dan came, his first appearance back on the air, I would then go through it again. That's why I'm playing this 2 times.
I know there's not going to be a parody on Monday, just a lot of Bad Bunny rage.
Right. I've already talked myself into liking whatever Bad Bunny does. I've talked myself into thinking it's the coolest stuff ever, and that the problem's actually me. I think it is. I think it's me. I think Bad Bunny.
You got the alternatives. You got the Kid Rock show.
Yeah, but he's talking about blasting underage kids and stuff.
That's cool though.
And here's the deal. I don't think. And here's what everybody can boom me out all you want, but I don't think the answer to Bad Bunny is Kid Rock. I didn't say that.
Well, let's be realistic here. What artist was Turning Point USA going to put up that would have been the answer to Bad Bunny?
But what I'm saying is, like, that's not my doing. I didn't suggest Kid Rock is the alternative to Bad Bunny. You know, obviously Turning Point has thought that, and there's going to be a Kid Rock performance and some other. I actually, when I referred to what I thought the NFL should be doing, I referred to the Detroit Lion Christmas game with Snoop Dogg and Martha. And then what was it, Lainey Wilson, whatever the country girl is. That's what I referred to. So I don't want everybody to think that I'm Johnny Kid Rock here, that I think Kid Rock is the answer, because that wasn't my idea. My actual idea is the only thing the NFL could put up that could fix all of these problems would be Taylor Swift, and this is way beneath her. Like, she's bigger. I mean, she might be the only artist that's bigger than the Super Bowl.
She was going to do it. They just would not allow her to have her own video, and there was some creative stuff, I think, that blocked it. Yeah.
Well, that's on the NFL.
She was the choice, but
then that's on the NFL, because you want to talk about something that would just be unbelievable and everybody could get behind. That's it. Nobody would be bitching.
Oh, people would be bitching. That's all people do now.
Not like this.
That's all people do.
Not like she'd at least sing in a native tongue.
Oh, we're so tired of Taylor Swift. Oh, only because she was with Kelsey. Why are you shoving this down our throats?
She was on Epstein Island.
Yeah, let's just put her on Epstein Island for the trifecta, okay? Taylor Swift.
She was there with Jimmy Kimmel and Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers said it.
I think she was also helping Giselle Mack. I think she was help booking. It's not denoted as babyface money, but I guess it would be credited to his account due to the fact, boy, whoever sniffed that snot didn't know we have a cough button. Nice. Anyway, I think it's new money.
All right.
$200 from a dude named Matthew Hawk Jr. Is that AJ's brother?
Yeah, it is.
Let's just say it is.
Yeah.
AJ Hawk's brother, Matthew.
That's a joke name, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Look, hold on.
Matt Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, that's his real government name.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. I believe it. Yeah, it's real. I just thought, I
got to think that you.
You're right, Seth, on that one.
What, Matthew Hawk?
Is it Mike Hawk?
No, it's Matthew.
No, I know, but I'm saying that never mind.
Yeah, no. The
Mike
parody
Hawk.
is Mike.
Mike Hawk.
Okay. Mike. If we're talking about the Hawk or Cock brothers,
yes,
it's always Mike.
Okay,
never Matthew. I think I like to go with Matthew Hawk Jr. $200, and which could maybe be relation to the great AJ Hawk.
Exactly. I mean,
Ohio State linebacker, Green Bay Packer first-round draft pick, and ended up retiring with the Cincinnati Bengals, then signed a one-day contract with the Packers and retired out of Packer. Now, I'm hearing that Aaron Rodgers is going to do the same thing, that he's going to sign a one-day Green Bay deal and retire a Packer.
Oh, we'll see. I don't think that's going to happen.
I guarantee it'll happen.
Oh, okay.
I promise you. Just like what I said Trump needed to do, he did. And everybody, in fact, Gary and Lummy and Macho Man are finding excerpts.
I sent you two so far.
Of me saying what Trump needed to do. And at the time, it sounded like there's not a chance that, like, just my proclamation on what he needed to do to attempt to save some face in this Minneapolis mess is that he needed to soften up. He needed to retrain the troops. He needed to withdraw them, retrain them, and be, sorrowful for what happened. And be, and damn it, Lummy, that looks like what he was doing. Everybody's like, oh, my God, Bubba, he's never going to do that. He's going to be like, they deserved what they got, and we're not taking our troops out. And that he needed to have better communication, maybe send Tom Homan in there to where they potentially might want to go weeks and weeks in advance to work with the local officials so that they could get on the same page to make so it doesn't end up like the Minneapolis deal. And Lummy, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. I got clips to prove it. Of course, nobody's going to give me any credit. Everybody thought I was stupid and retarded when I said that.
Well, supposedly there's reports saying that Tom Homan did call like a month before, and they totally told him to kick rocks.
Yeah,
so
well,
that's why they sent in.
I think calling, Brian, would you rather have a Zoom? How much more effective is communication and getting things done in person than via a phone call or a Zoom call, i.e., the legal wranglings you have to do? Would you rather appear in front of Your Honor, or would you rather Zoom in front of Your Honor?
It would just depend on the circumstances, the stakes involved. This is high stakes stuff, so high stakes stuff should be done in person.
Right, absolutely. Back to my crotches in the news.
Crotches in the news.
Crotch enlarging scandal ahead of the 2026 Winter Olympics sparks major rule change.
What?
Yeah, in the long jump, in the ski jump.
Yeah, so I guess
Oh, because it creates like a little kite.
Yeah, so
you're not talking about their crotch. You're actually talking about the material of their pants.
It says officials for the 2026 Winter Olympics are putting an intense focus on the crotches of every ski jumper competing in Italy this month. A major rule change is going into effect just in time for the game starting on Friday, which will put a tamper-proof microchip in the suits of each athlete and use a 3D scanning technology to measure the space between their legs. So, like, Brian, is the space between their legs, like if it's wider, does that create better aero than if they were to get, like, I don't know.
Yeah, so if you have more think of a flying squirrel. Have you ever watched a flying squirrel jump?
Or even humans in flying squirrel suits.
Right, and they'll extend that out, and the material is there because that material creates more surface area
and like
for
maybe
the
more
updraft.
Maybe more uplift.
Right, exactly. And so if they had an extra inch or two in that crotchal region of material, of that lycra material, it can potentially give them an extra, couple feet, I guess.
Well, no, in this case, it's inches, meaning like if you only got to beat your guy by an inch, right?
Well, yeah. But I'm saying is I imagine that extra material could account over the course of the entire flight.
And not only that, but like we're all familiar probably with every game or every event in most Olympics, and we've probably done some of them. But can you imagine if you watch these guys? Can you imagine how scary these ski jumpers are? Like when you're literally flying through the air like that. Like that's got to be something.
I think that's what gets them. I think that's why they do it. Is that they're flying. How many people get to do that?
I mean, that's got to be one of the scariest. I mean, I'm sure after you've done it a couple 100 times or maybe even 10 times, you get kind of used to it. But can you imagine your first time doing that, like how scary it would be? Because, I mean, there's no safety net. There's no parachute. There's nothing other than you going off this really, really elevated lift and throwing you in the air for however long. And then you got to make your body, as I guess, aero as you can. And then they try to, down a hill.
What do you think the longest ever in competition is, Bubba?
I don't know, maybe
8 miles.
No. I don't even know.
Bubba, do you think you would sink? Is that why you're afraid?
I would go down, and as soon as I went off the lip, I'd just fall. I'd have like a total of, ladies and gentlemen, Clem from the USA, 3 foot 4 inches.
Woo. You'd fall right in the powder, though.
Yeah,
you're not.
Yeah, well,
you won't. Die.
I would be the guy that wiped out halfway down the ramp. Like, remember the Wide World of Sports used to show the guy that wiped out?
Oh, yeah.
That would be me.
So they said if 0.4 inches added to the fabric.
So the scandal erupted. Go ahead, Lemmy.
Oh, sorry. We had 9.2 feet.
Yes,
to the jump.
That's
so
big.
What is the world record, Brian?
835 feet.
What?
He traveled. Domen Previc. Now, the longest jump ever off of a specially designed ramp for Red Bull, this Japanese guy went 955 feet.
But for a regulation
competition jump, 835 feet.
How many feet is a football field?
About 300.
Yeah.
So
he almost went 3 football fields.
Oh, my God. The scandal erupted during the 2025 Ski Jumping World Championships in Norway, where the home team was caught secretly adding extra fabric to the crotch area of suits worn by 2 of the top male athletes. Ski jumping is a sport where athletes speed down a steep ramp on skis, launch into the air, and try to fly as far as possible before landing. Since the distance skiers travel is crucial to their score, a big part of success comes down to aerodynamics, how air moves over the object or person during flight. Crotch enlarging creates more surface area in the skin-tight suits. First of all, Brian, I couldn't even get in. I couldn't even put one of these suits on.
Oh, you totally could. In fact, if any of the Bubba Army wants to order one in a double XL and send it to us, we'll get Bubba in it.
No.
That'd be a great bit.
No. Just please. I think, although
we'll
Brian,
get you out to Snowcat Ridge.
I will tell you, they should do the fat Olympics and have ski jumping, and the rule is you have to be over 300 pounds.
Well, you know what was I forget who it was that said, you know what you really need to do with the Olympics, because people watch at home and they take it for granted, is you just need to get a normal person to compete in the first, the initial heat, to show how much better these people are than a normal person. The normal person, setting the standard there, like the guy who maybe has ski jumped once in his life and can go 200 feet.
I think every sport should put a common guy in there. Like the NBA should all have a guy under 6 foot and over 300 that has to play 5 minutes.
You think that's the common guy?
Yeah. Well, no, it's not the common guy.
You could see that at the YMCA in America.
But hold on, but it would be funny if every team had to have a guy under 6 foot and over 300 pounds, and that guy has to play 5 minutes. I think that'd be funnier than hell, right? And then they have to strategically, all right, do you put him in for the first 5 minutes and we get it out of the way so we can then start really, really getting into our offense? Or do you try to get a big enough lead and put him in for the last 5 minutes? It could be a strategy. Or do you play him 2 minutes and 25? Do you play him 2:30 in the first quarter and open the second half up with him?
Then all of a sudden you find the best 5'11", 300-pounder out there. You sign him to your team.
Yes, and there ends up being some really good 5'11", 300-pounders that are actually pretty good shots, and you just throw them out there in three-point land and he just drains them.
Oh, there's a guy online who's really good. That's a heavy. I've seen videos of him where he just drains everything.
Oh, I think
he can actually move.
Rules only allow suits to be a tiny bigger than the jumper's body, about 2 to 4 centimeters around. So enlargements by the Norwegian team were ruled illegal, leading 5 suspensions among the coaches, suit technicians, and athletes.
So what's interesting, the United States only medaled once in this event in 1924. But
hold on, we haven't won this event since 24.
I don't even know that we won. I think we just medaled in 24. It may have been a gold. I don't recall the color.
Why do we suck so bad?
It's training and skill. So what they did was they actually convinced the Norwegian team to allow us to team up with them. So we have trained since the last Olympics. Our ski jumpers have trained with the Norwegians, who are the best in the world at this. The Japanese are pretty good too, but the Norwegians.
They had to pay the Norwegians.
So we actually have a young kid, some 19-year-old kid who's been training the last 4 years or whatever with the Norwegians. Went over there, has immersed himself in it, and may actually be able to compete.
I wonder if there's a certain body type, 6'7" and really thin, or I wonder if there's I'm sure that
I want to say they're probably 6'3", 170.
I want to say that
6'3", 180 would be the size, except for the Japanese.
They've probably drilled down and got so much data, Brian, to what the optimal body. They probably have that figure, what the optimal body type would be. They have data on everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they're worried about the suit being 3 centimeters too big, so they probably know what size human being.
5'10" to 6'2".
5'10" to 6'2".
And between 130 to 160 pounds.
That's you, Brian, all day.
Yeah. I should start training.
I don't know where the nearest facility is to start training. Hi, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Bubba, you had mentioned the Minneapolis, pullback a little bit.
You mean the ones that I absolutely nailed, and we're going to go ahead and pay homage to myself by playing my clips and then playing the clips that's in the news? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, there's 2 parts to it. So basically, the sheriff and Walls and all of them and the surrounding communities as well caved and agreed to start handing over prisoners and holding for an additional 48 hours until ICE can actually get there and get them out. So basically, Trump and Homan got exactly what they want, and Homan just walked away. I said, great, thanks. Appreciate it. See you guys.
It's not
All right,
entirely
we'll go back
true.
to
There's
700,
another
but-
element to this as well, sir, that has not been as heavily reported, but is starting to come to light. There are agents in the DOJ and Department of Homeland Security, this is a Republican judge too, that were going to be held in contempt, the heads of these agencies, because while they were aggressively taking in large numbers of immigrants in Minneapolis, they did not have the legal team prepared for the challenges to the, and many times, unlawful detentions and of these people. And so a big part of the reason for this scale back is that they were about to be held to account in federal court and potentially held in contempt and locked up for failing to do their job in a good and effective way. So I'm glad that they've found a common ground on this, because they were getting killed in the courts and completely ignoring numerous court orders. In fact, one judge, the judge in particular, said that since the start of 2026, the Department of Justice and Department of Homeland Security has probably violated more court orders than any federal agency in the history of its existence combined.
Okay.
All right, my friend. Thank you for the call. How do you catch this show? Where are you from?
Rumble.
Oh, you're a Rumbler.
Yeah, love it. I can pause it, play it as I'm working, getting calls and things, and man, it's awesome. I love it.
Fantastic. Where are you out of?
Southwest Florida, down near Fort Myers.
All right, my man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I'm still a little enamored with the new money of Matthew Hawk Jr., AJ's long lost brother.
Yeah.
$200 new money. Now, did you guys see? You probably didn't. One, John McEnroe's not the guy to be an autograph seeker. And when John McEnroe tells you no, you mean if you know anything about the sport of tennis, which I'm assuming if you want John McEnroe's autograph, you're a tennis fan.
You better be coming with the freak book.
And I'm just saying, like, John McEnroe is a prick. He's an absolute prick. That was his gimmick when he was playing. I think that's his gimmick in life. He doesn't like to be messed with. I mean, you could go on YouTube and go down a rabbit hole of John McEnroe meltdowns where he would just literally flip out.
Bubba, I understand that a lot of celebrities do not like the hanging out at the airport aspect of it, but are you telling me that this couldn't have been solved by taking a picture with the kid?
I was going to say, and thank you for leading me to where I was going to be, because you're right. I was going to say his mantra is to be a prick. He is a dick. You know that. But once he says no, leave him alone, it's going to only escalate from there. On John McEnroe's side of things, what's so hard about taking a selfie or signing an autograph? One, there's not 50 people there, so as soon as you sign one, you got to sign 50. There's one person waiting for you at the airport. One. And he's bugging the hell out of you because he really wants to get this autograph. Now, like Seth said, is it really that big a deal for you to be this big of a prick?
It's just easier to take the picture. He just spent more time telling the kid to get away.
He spent more energy not trying to do it. Here it is. This was, I think, John leaving Australia. Wasn't the Australian Open just happened?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's probably why he was down there.
And I think he's probably headed back home, or I don't know, or where he's
wherever John McEnroe's going.
Right.
Will you stop? Stop! Jesus Christ! Shut it back.
All right, so this is where it initially happens. John's being dropped off curbside.
Not right now, Vic.
Can I get a photo, please?
Hold on one second.
So all the guy asks for is a photo.
And he said, "Hold on one sec."
Yes.
He did. So he led him on.
Right.
A big game top getting my hero. So you need to hand it in your bag.
And you need to stay away from me, okay? Okay, This guy, just get away, okay?
And now hold on. It's the same guy. It's one guy. It's one dude. One dude.
He's following
He asked if Macro needed help with his bags.
Yeah, yes. Need help with your bags, John?
Can we stop now? God's please. Whoa. Hold on a second. Everyone stop. Okay, time's up. Leave him behind.
A little full of yourself there, John.
Respect our spice, hold on a second. Will you stop?
And it's not like no, and it's not like he's late, like he's has to really rush through the airport because he's running late. It doesn't look like he's in a hurry at all. He's got some kind of person from the airport that's kind of guiding him through.
I think he's upset at the lackluster security.
I think so.
Stop! Jesus Christ.
I mean, I hate to reminisce and bring up old Hogan stories, but Hogan had it so dialed in that when we get to the airport, Delta, because he flew exclusively Delta, they would come get one of those golf carts and put us on it, and we'd whip through the airport with that.
Well, didn't you time just drive up to the plane?
One time we did drive up to the plane, and we got in trouble for that.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
So John McEnroe spends more time arguing with this guy and arguing with security about this guy being totally inappropriate when all he asked for was a selfie. Just here, a selfie. How hard is that? I still love you, John. And John's response is, go f yourself.
Damn, man.
Wow. That's yeah. I mean,
what
look,
a dick. What a dick.
The kid should have taken a hint, but at the same time, when the problem, the whole thing was, John let him on and said, hold on a sec, when the kid asked for a selfie. And then he never took it. And so the kid was like, well, when's the second going to happen?
I mean, and here's the deal, man. Like, I mean, what's the big deal? It isn't like I've seen sometimes, Seth, where guys professional autograph seekers will have like 10 baseballs or 10 8x10s, or you can tell that they're maybe a collector and they're going to resell it and repurpose it. And I don't have a problem with people taking their time and signing some of those. Some athletes do. But if it's just one guy and and a selfie isn't something that you're going to repurpose and sell. It's for yourself. So, like, what's the big deal? One selfie. What's it take? A half a second?
I will say this. I would never, ever, ever bother a celebrity, ever.
But this is a kid. Like, is
he really a kid? He looked like he had facial hair.
I mean, whatever.
No,
but here's the deal. It doesn't really matter who it is. He was being polite, and you're right, and Babyface, you're right. He was told when John was getting out of the vehicle, wait 1 sec. Now, when you're... a hard no when John gets out, I get it. But wait 1 sec. The kid followed him through the airport, probably about as far as he could go before he went to TSA.
Well, he did say right before he started walking off that, no, leave me alone. And then walked into the airport and the kid followed him.
And that just shows you how much of a prick John McEnroe is. It makes me hate him even more.
Well, I think, was that in response to him asking if he needed help with his luggage?
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Jesus Christ!
Let me. Is there a timestamp on it?
This would be 2 hours, 29 minutes, and 36 seconds.
2 hours, 29 minutes, and 36 seconds.
You've got to be kidding me. That was one of his big lines, and he used it on the kid.
That looked like the Clearwater St. Pete airport version of Australia.
Yeah.
Not a lot going on there.
No, it definitely wasn't Sydney, I don't think.
Maybe that's why he was mad about. Maybe they rerouted him.
And then let me, which one's this?
Kangarooville.
3 hours, 43 minutes, and 53 seconds.
43 minutes.
There was an old Australian airline that went out of business. They were called Boomerang Airlines, and they went out of business because they kept ending up where they started. They never got to their destination.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was really cheese dick.
I thought Qantas might have been Australian.
Qantas is Australian.
Is it?
That's what I flew when I went to Australia.
You went to Australia?
When I was managing the UFC fighter.
How was Australia?
Oh, save it for the podcast. I need Australian content today.
Okay.
That's our number 3 country, by the way, is Australia.
It is, man. We're big. We really gotta. And then India's right behind it. I wonder why. Let's see here. Brian being a prostitute in Australia. Man, you know what? The thing's, I'm just never going to go to Australia. It's just too far away.
It's pretty far.
But I yearn.
How long does it take?
Way too fucking long.
Is it 28 hours?
It's like, well, you got to connect, so you can't. Obviously, you're not flying direct from.
Just
Tampa.
talk straight air travel.
Straight air travel was like a total time of 18 hours or something like that.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to connect and then wait 4 hours for the connection and.
Oh, it was not fun. It was no fun. That includes the connecting flight.
Where'd you connect in?
I think it was we connected.
London?
No, San Francisco.
Hey. So, anyways. Has anybody seen Savannah Guthrie's mom?
We're going to get into that, too. I'm going to do the Trump stuff next.
Brother-in-law
play
is
my
the
clips.
The suspect.
Play my clips, and then we're going right to Guthrie.
Leak real quick. TPA, new Airside D unveiling. A lot of airport talk today. A lot of cock talk and airport talk.
Should we go swing by? The new wing?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Bubba, Felix wants to know if you would do that to the Rizzler if he wanted a selfie.
No, I wouldn't do that to anybody, really.
Dude, he would love the Rizzler. What a guy over here, eh?
I mean, I wouldn't do that to the fucking... I would just be like, brother, I can't believe you got people to buy into this gimmick this hard.
But then it was like, brother, man, I love you. You're the reason for the season, Sponjo.
Well, I don't know if I'd quite go with that, but I certainly wouldn't be disrespectful, and I would just tell him I can't believe people are so stupid to believe this gimmick, but...
But you would just take the picture with the fucking kid.
Yeah, I'd say take a picture, Riz.
Yeah. Hey, you don't like that angle? Let's do another.
Yeah,
Better than me yelling at you.
I don't think you were scratching your face hard enough.
Better than me yelling at you all the way down the people mover. The wrestlers get stopped at the airports a lot.
A lot.
Or
the hotel lobby.
Oh yeah, the basketball.
That's where they actually get. That's where wrestlers actually get stopped the most. Seth.
Hotel.
The lobby, yeah.
On the wings of love, only the two of us together flying high.
Who is that? Kenny Loggins?
I don't know who sings On the Wings of Love.
I don't know, dude. I haven't heard that song in forever. It touched me. What's up, Rucky?
All this plane talk.
Rucky, did you send your address?
I don't know if he did or not.
Rucky, send us your address.
He may have.
On the wings of love. This Greek freak trade that's not happening is such bullshit, man.
Jeffrey Osborne. Came out the year of our birth. Happy birthday, by the way, Sethy boy.
Happy birthday to you in a few days.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Listener supported via PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all of the Bubba Army. Now returns.
I just got a text from the lovely Merch Crick. Said that the Bubba Army bundles, maybe Lummy or Gary Cantrell reposted it on one of our platforms, but you can save $7 if you buy the knife and the Bubba Army Alpha Volume 26 separately. It's I think $62. But if you buy them in the new Bubba Bundle, which is the first thing on our page, Bubba Army Shop, Bubba Army Merch, BubbaArmyStore.com, you save $7 and you get one of these Mexican-inspired switchblades, which isn't really a switchblade; it's a retractable knife. with a very responsible window punch in case you find yourself in a pond one night driving home and you could just punch out that window. Then you got a knife. And then, of course, the Bubba Army Alpha. The only person that doesn't like Bubba Army Alpha Volume 26 is Kushner because he doesn't like any fragrances at all. He's more natural.
Didn't you give your knife away to Ty J yesterday?
I have two
that
I've been just really that I sharpen every day, and it was one of my. I didn't really want to give him that one. I wanted to go and get upstairs maybe and get one that was brand new, but I gave him one of mine that I've been sharpening extensively.
What's that special knife oil you use?
I just squirt a little WD-40 down it, and then it really makes it quick.
Wow. Okay.
So go to Bubba Army merch store or shop and get both for $55. The bundles. Merch Crick has just texted me and said are selling like hotcakes.
Nice.
That's
you
great.
guys Bubba Army hotcakes now?
No, we do not. Thank you. But what we do have is me, Lummy, making some Donald Trump suggestions and people thinking that I'm absolutely retarded and that there's no way that he would do this.
Do you think he saw these videos?
No, of course not.
But come on, I
just got lucky.
But maybe.
You don't think Roger Stone got this to him?
No.
You don't think he was scrolling?
I've been trying to get my documentary to him. And Roger says he's got it, and he may have watched it. But that's all I'm getting. Lummy, here's one of my 2 suggestions that you and Gary Cantrell were able to run down. Thank you for this.
Yep.
We love our people. We love our family. And that's the way to do it.
What's this 343?
Is this the first one?
I don't know.
First one was 2...
love. Don't forget that, please. Thank you.
343.53.
All right, think. Okay, so... Oh, it's 38. All right, hold on. He completely didn't make any sense. Right? I mean, like, should be happening here like in 9 seconds. Hold on. I don't know that the people that are being apprehended are showing hate or love. They're just being apprehended. We need the ICE agents, in my opinion, to be better equipped and more trained. We need to keep the border people on the border. We need to send Tom Homan into these sanctuary cities a month or so before we decide to go there. Meet with local officials so that we're on the same page.
Local officials need to cooperate with federal government and turn over bad people who are in jail rather than put them on the streets.
And if the advancement in attitude and willing to work with the federal government is any indication by what Tom Homan got done when he finally went to Minneapolis and was able to sit down with Tim Walz and the mayor, and then their penal system, their local jails accepted the detainees that ICE is bringing to them, I think that we would have a different outcome. And I think you need to pull back ICE out of the city. Boom, Lummy.
Yeah, there's one.
Boom.
Yes.
Right now. And retrain them. Boom. On adversarial situations.
They weren't trained on these types of counter protests when they were signing up for, PBB, Patrol and Border Agency. I mean, that's not what they signed up for. And like you said, and we were talking about last week, is, and I'm so glad, I'm sure they didn't do it because you were saying it, but
of course, you can't get me around it.
They did exactly what you suggested is, pull back, change the policies and procedures, get Bovino out of town, get the appearance of ICE on the street.
Bovino was a dick.
Yeah, a little Napoleonic
exactly.
dude.
I never liked that dude.
He's a real patriot.
He's a dick, is what he is. He can be a patriot. He looks like a little whatever.
It's out there.
It's like MJ.
Stop these firebombing protests, throwing old ladies to the ground, focus on the criminals, and it's like a week later. It's a little bit different, isn't it? This weekend was a little different than last weekend.
It's exactly what I said. Nobody wanted to listen to me, including Dan. Boom. Now let me. Here's my. Then you can tell Dan. I need to tell Dan. Dan, I love you to death. No heat. But your body language sometimes you're not working with me. You're not working with me on this. When I'm saying something and then you automatically.
He's not going to work with you on anti-Trump stuff.
Well, then just sit there. Then just sit there and be present. if you were to be intellectually honest and not drink the Trump Kool-Aid, this was wrong. This was wrong. And I think that he's going to have to do a hard boom. Listen to this. Reset on this ICE deal. He won't. He won't. But I think I just said he needs to do a hard reset on this ICE deal. The way, if I was to give my suggestion, is that he needs to, get in front of this and say, I'm going to put a 6-week, stoppage on all ICE deportation missions, and we're going to do a retraining, and we're going to retrain these guys, and then come back out with with our intentions of getting illegal immigrants out of our country. I don't know.
That's kind of interesting.
I'm just trying to think moving forward how he could save face with the American public. I think the American public, even if you are a Trump supporter, I don't know of any other footage that exists that shows this guy needed to be shot and killed. He never, ever, 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 his hands can be seen at all times. Now, had he reached back and grabbed his gun that he was lawfully able to carry, yeah, I think that gives you some wiggle room. I've not seen any of that. Be interesting to get Steve's opinion on it as well when we come back. Also, Steve, your best friend Jeff Giragonte. All right, so I think I had a couple of great suggestions, and it comes out this morning that Trump actually is remorseful and feels horrible about the two people that lost their life.
That's right.
After the shooting of Renee Good, you said ICE made some mistakes. What were the mistakes?
Well, look, I'm not happy with the two incidents. It's not, it's both of them, not one or the other. He was not an angel, and she was not an angel. You look at some tapes from back, but still, I'm not happy with what happened there. Nobody could be happy, and ICE wasn't happy either. But I'm going to always be with our great people of law enforcement, ICE, police. We have to back them. If we don't back them, we don't have a country.
We can back them, but we don't have to agree with individual incidents that proper protocol might not have been handled.
My favorite part of Trump speaking out about the Good death was he was upset because he heard that her parents were big Trump supporters, and he hoped that this didn't change that.
Good and
I heard that Renee Good's parents were MAGA. They actually bought 47 hats. And I just, it really, if I was to run again, I don't know if they'd vote for me.
You should have had multiple kids like me. You can take one of mine out. I'll still support you.
Right,
especially
not
if it's
being angels. Do you think any of that justified what happened to them, though?
No, I don't. It should have not happened.
Again, Brian, exactly what I said.
He's handling this well. Yeah.
No, but not only is he handling it well, but it's what I suggested, and people thought I was insane that he didn't have the ability to do this. Now, I'm not doing this to back Donald Trump. I'm backing it. You know what? I'm doing this to hard sell myself. Just by saying, everybody thought I was insane. There wasn't a lot of broadcasters that were saying what I was saying, that he needed to do a hard reset. He needed a baby face on this deal. And so I'm not doing this. He's doing the right thing. But I'm not doing this to shed light on him doing the right thing. I'm doing this to shed the light on my prediction that everybody thought I was absolutely insane over.
It was a very sad, to me, it was a very sad incident, two incidents. And, they mentioned the one now, they don't mention the other. Well, I think they were both sad. And, who feels worse about it than anybody?
Melania. Melania felt really bad. Two people who couldn't buy their tickets to see her new documentary.
People of ICE, they're strong, tough people, and they have to be tough because we're dealing with hardened criminals. Right. We're dealing with people, jails have been emptied into our country from all over the world, from Venezuela, where we had great success, you will admit, but from Venezuela, from the Congo and Africa, from all over the world. Jails, the jail population was emptied into our country. If we don't have strong people, you're not getting them out, and we're getting them out. Remember this, again, I say it again and again.
With my baby hands.
We have record low crime in the United States. Nobody's been...
Again, let me continuing. I thought there was... there's video on this.
Yeah.
Here we go. Stand by.
Security members will be leaving Minnesota immediately. The surge in immigration enforcement has led to the fatal shootings of 2 U.S. citizens and sparked weeks of protests in Minnesota.
Again, the headlines are the feds are out. The feds are leaving. Now, I think they're coming back, but I think this is in the midst of maybe potentially being retrained.
They're leaving some in there, yeah. They're leaving some in.
2,000 officers will stay in the state, but they're working on a path for a total withdrawal. Local 10's Bureau Chief Ben Kennedy in D.C. with the latest on this. Ben.
Today, St. Louis President Trump said it was his call to draw down the agents.
Looks like Steve Olinsky a little bit, does it not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brooke Hogan's husband, former Penguin, former Capital.
A good number, about 25%.
Seth, I think Stanley Cup champion, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with the Penguins.
Yeah.
Ground. Hundreds of federal agents left Minnesota on Wednesday, a part of a drawdown announced by President Trump's border czar Tom Homan.
Effective immediately, we will draw down 700 people effective today.
It's thanks to efforts by local law enforcement, Homan says, who agreed to cooperate and turn over arrested immigrants. It comes amid fallout from a crackdown on immigration in Minneapolis and growing outrage over 2 fatal shootings of U.S. citizens protesting ICE, 37-year-old Alex Preddy and 37-year-old Renee Good. As President Trump admits, law enforcement could use a, quote, softer approach.
I do believe that the tide is changing and that, we're going to come out, better at the end. Unfortunately, 2 people, lose their lives in Minnesota.
As protesters continue to call for DHS Secretary Kristi Noem to be fired. She was in
there's just their hat on.
Cosplay Kristi.
Arizona Wednesday to discuss
I got my hat on.
Updates on the border wall construction, touting how the country is.
I think the hat kind of makes her look hotter. I do.
I mean, she looks good.
Gives her a little tomboy look. Gives her a little tomboy look. Sometimes she'll put that little cowboy hat on. I don't know how effective she is. I just put Tom. Now, Brian, who's more is Homan ahead of her, or is she ahead of Homan?
Oh,
or
no,
are they
she's head of the Department of Homeland Security, which oversees Homan's department.
So he's just the border czar. She's in Department of Homeland Security. So inevitably, she's the head of the agency.
But she's really upset over the Renee Good shooting, though. That much is clear, because when she heard there was a dog in the backseat and it didn't get shot, she was pissed.
Now safer.
President Trump's first year back in office, we've delivered the most secure border in American history.
I will tell you, Brian, she's pretty hot for a politician.
Yeah, she's come a long way from the way she used to look.
Minneapolis, Homan says the ultimate goal is a complete drawdown of federal presence, but the agency is not there yet.
This is not about ICE doing normal ICE stuff. The objection is to ICE pulling people off the street indiscriminately.
And as Louis talked about off the top, around 2,000 agents remain on the ground in the state tonight making arrests, a part of targeted operations.
Boom. So 700 out. Right, Lemmy?
Yes, there is.
And
2,000 will stay.
2,000 will stay.
But they'll be pulling them out. They're working on it.
I think this is the same story, isn't it?
It's just Homeland talking.
And law enforcement officials about increasing coordination in a lawful way between the county jails and ICE.
Brian, this goes to what I was saying with regards to getting on the same page with your penal system, your local penal system.
Yep.
I think.
Avoid public safety threats being released back in the community. While we had our differences, one thing was clear. We all committed to public safety for all who live in the Twin Cities. We have made significant progress under the direction.
Now, I've been told that there's a division. I don't know this to be true. Brian, you might be able to help me. That Minneapolis is much like Tampa, Clearwater, Minneapolis, St. Paul. There's 2 cities, fairly large cities, and it's called the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. Minneapolis tends to skew a little more urban and blue, and St. Paul tends to skew a little bit more conservative and red, and that there's actually tension amongst the two. It'd be almost like if Jane Castor felt one way and is the mayor of St. Pete Ken Welch?
I think so.
And Ken Welch felt another way. And so, Brian, are you hearing that's the 2 cities are kind of at each other's, a little bit irritated with each other because St. Paul tends to skew more conservative and Minneapolis is a little bit more urban, and there's 2 different opinions about this within that metro area?
Yeah, and if you've ever been a parent of twins, you know they fight sometimes.
President Trump working with state and local officials here in Minnesota, and I expect that to increase in the coming weeks. We continue to have discussions. I'll have discussions this afternoon.
I wonder if he ever cracks a joke or anything. You know what I'm saying? Or is he always Johnny Stone-faced? Is he always just like, does he ever lighten up?
Yeah, I think when he's probably having a beer, he's probably making some jokes.
Lifts his leg, cuts a fart, tells you to pull his finger.
That's right.
We currently have an unprecedented number of counties communicating with us now and allowing ICE to take custody of illegal aliens before they hit the streets. Unprecedented.
So, Brian, does that mean that now local municipalities are getting a hold of ICE saying, okay, we're getting ready to release, 10 guys from this particular jail, and then ICE is literally there to arrest them? Is that what that means?
I would imagine, yeah, that they're, when they're a sanctuary city, they're saying we weren't going to produce them. We're not going to assist you in any way.
But they're in jail, right?
But now they're softening on that, which is smart. I mean, that side of it, you don't want the people that are just getting grabbed because they happen to have brown skin and don't have a criminal record.
I'm not for that, but I am all for.
But the criminals, absolutely, especially if they're in local jails.
Right.
I mean, come on, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Regardless of your political affiliation, okay? And I agree with Brian. Just rolling down the streets and checking brown people's IDs, I'm not for that. But when you got a illegal alien that's incarcerated in your local jail or lockup, and they're getting ready to be released, and I think you owe it to federal officials to let them, and they are illegal immigrants, and they have now done something to be arrested and processed through your system. I think that the least you could do, and if you're the mayor, it's like, listen, how about a little less checking brown people's IDs on the streets and a little bit more parking right outside the jail, and we'll literally release them right to you. I mean, I think you could use that almost as a bargaining chip. You want your numbers and you want to get it. Let's start with emptying out our jails for these people. That's like shooting fish out of a barrel. There's no,
well, that's what they wanted to do.
But that's where the Democrats are stupid. The Democrats should say, listen, less Gestapo-like marching down the streets checking brown people and more parking right outside the jail. We'll hand these people right over to you. Now, but do they at that point reprocess you and put you back in jail? Or do they put you somewhere else, Brian? I mean, I'm just asking.
Well, I think this was even worse. I think what the issue they were having is ICE, the people they were detaining, the local jails were refusing to house them. So I think they were flying them down to Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were sending
because
them
of
down
it.
to
And the real issue with that is there's a lot of people that were getting wrongly detained,
right,
and being flown down to Texas. And then because there's so many detentions happening, and the Department of Justice is spread so thin, that the orders from these federal judges to release these people who should not be detained were going ignored or delayed by days and weeks.
And here's the thing. You're not going to as the current administration that's doing this operation, you're not going to misidentify somebody that's in jail that's already been processed and identified as an illegal immigrant. You're not going to misidentify them. You're not.
Right.
They've already been through the system. So, again, handing them over to ICE is a win-win because there's no way to have misidentified them. And an innocent brown person doesn't get shipped to Texas and separated from his family and then a week later found out, oops, Pedro was here illegally. There's none of that happens when the local authorities just hand over the bad guys from jail. It's a win-win because at that point, there's no way you're getting the wrong person.
Illegal aliens before they hit the streets. Unprecedented cooperation.
Great.
And I'll say it again. This is efficient, requires only 1 or 2 officers to assume custody of a criminal alien target rather than 8 or 10 officers going into the community.
Yeah, I mean, it only takes 1 or 2 guys to pick up Pedro when he's walking out of the gates of the jail, but it takes 10 guys walking, together arm in arm, checking brown guys' IDs in downtown Minneapolis. Just the manpower alone of just having a little processing center right outside the jail doesn't take nothing.
And arresting that public safety threat. This frees up more officers to arrest or remove criminal aliens. More officers taking custody of criminal aliens directly from the jails means less officers on the street doing criminal operations. This is smart law enforcement, not less law enforcement. It's safer for the community, safer for the officers, and safer.
And you know what? I don't think anybody's outside of jails protesting the people that they're letting out of jail that are then immediately detained by ICE. And, you know, when the local municipality is telling you, okay, we're releasing these 5 guys, they're illegal immigrants.
No,
nobody's protesting
it's
that.
It's part of the reason, and I'll say part because a lot of it's just Trump's administration and the left goes crazy about anything they do. But it's part of the reason why what the Obama administration was doing didn't catch this level of heat is because they were
Parked
almost
outside of jail.
exclusively targeting illegal criminals.
Right.
Criminals, people who had committed crimes within the United States other than entering illegally or overstaying a visa or something like that. They were targeting the most dangerous of these people, which is what Joe Rogan had said on his podcast. That's what he signed up for with Trump and his administration. They went a little bit too far. So hopefully this returns to a more sensible approach. Yep. Everybody starts working together, and we can do what we did under the Obama administration under Trump, which is to continue to remove the dangerous people who should not be here.
And you walk into the most, sanctuarious cities, and those officials say, hey, listen, in lieu of walking downtown with 50 agents checking people's IDs, let's put, 10 guys inside of our local, lockup. We'll identify which ones are illegal. We'll hand deliver them to you. And it keep people in downtown and people in... For the most part, the public's not going to see any of that. That's not an optical. That's something optically they're not going to see.
No, it's a prisoner getting removed and taken to another jail or a more secure facility.
But what if they don't do that?
Well, then.
Well, that's the point, Lemmy, is they should have been doing it.
But if they do? So what if they don't? Then what do you do?
Well, I think that we see what's going to happen if they don't. It's going to be an absolute hot mess.
Well, what they could have done was again,
and they're going to lose they're going to lose judicial, like Brian was saying. They're going to lose judicially when it goes to the federal judge system on how they're apprehending them by walking up and down the streets, checking brown guys' passports. That's been proven now that they're going to lose every one of those cases in the court. So regroup, work with, and then the authorities need to also take a step back and realize we can't have it 100% our way, and that is have them not walk down the streets and check the brown guys, but more importantly, also not give them the criminals that we've arrested. We have to do that. This is both sides' fault. And if one side, if the Democrats or the liberals at this point would just like Obama's template was, Brian, let's concentrate on those that are currently locked up that we know for a fact are illegal. That keeps ICE off of your Main Street USA.
And anybody with a criminal, I don't care if they're not locked up. If you're convicted of violent crimes and you're here and you should not be in this country, you absolutely need to go. I don't know that many people are going to vouch or fight for the rights of violent criminals in this country. It's when you get those other cases of people.
The Renee Goods.
Well, I mean, that's collateral damage from both sides messing this up badly. I mean, it's,
right. And you mess 2 of them up, you get their attention, and they'll start working with you on the jails. And that's what we got here. And if we were to cut it all down, it took some unfortunate, very, very, very tragic two people losing their lives to open up both sides and say, listen, there's a better way to do this. And maybe that's happening now. Here's Joe Rogan talking about his disdain for Tim Walz.
Well, we see in America, America's the kind of life raft of the world, that you've got all these things built into your political system.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so scary when you see people. Do you remember the vice presidential debate between J.D. Vance and Tim Walz? And Tim Walz said that the First Amendment doesn't cover hate speech. It doesn't cover misinformation.
Exactly. He's a dangerous
That's scary. If the guy who might
be to cut out F
vice president is saying, actually, we're going to strip out all of this stuff.
Also, just the way he...
Now, Brian, shouldn't the First Amendment cover hate speech? Absolutely.
Yes.
The First Amendment, not not threat, but hate speech, meaning I hate this guy. I mean, that's one of the fundamental foundations of our Constitution is being able to, criticize our government, right?
Right.
And that's would be considered, I guess, hate speech. Hate speech is absolutely covered under the First Amendment. Not violent threats, but hate speech is covered.
Behaves is so odd. The way he waves and runs on stage, and it's all just so fake and performative.
Yeah.
I don't know any men like that aren't dangerous.
Why was he picked?
Probably because of the Minnesota stuff. It probably had something to do with what he was allowing to happen.
I think the Democrats could have picked somebody way better. If we had to do it all over again, who do you think? Well, first of all,
let's be clear. Vice presidents don't win you elections. They can only cost you an election.
I understand.
We know that. So I don't think the Democrats picking a different VP candidate would have made a difference with Kamala at all.
Well, because they already put her behind the 8 ball by rolling out. They should have never rolled out Joe.
That's the biggest mistake.
That's the problem.
His pride and the old school nature of the party and their pride, absolutely.
Wasn't Obama and Clinton both not for that? I think Obama was very vocal about it.
Obama had talks with Joe about not running again. Yeah, there's been reports of that Obama was calling him separately saying, hey, man,
Is Joe hated in the Democratic Party because of his selfishness and having to do that? I mean, is he not? He'll never have the legacy of some of the great, Democratic presidents, both two-timers.
Well, one-term presidents don't really have legacies that are celebrated ever.
You're right.
I guess with Jimmy Carter,
H-Dub,
the first Bush, right?
Yeah, they're typically one-termers don't get celebrated unless you got killed during your first term, and then we celebrate you.
Would JFK been a second-termer? You think?
Yeah,
I think absolutely. Who was he? Was Nixon going to run against him? I don't know who was
the
going to.
Second time.
Or was it?
Maybe.
Yeah, they were saying Nixon was he was going to run again.
That's a one-termer, but not by choice. A lot of people say that he was actually a pretty good president, Nixon.
Yeah,
he was just caught up on keeping score. Who's that sound like? Tricky Dick. He had a whole list of journalists that had talked bad about him that he was bound and determined to get even with. I'd heard.
Yeah, he. I mean, you really can't be that mentally well if you think that you should be the leader of the free world. Like there's certain traits about a leader that are disqualifying to be a good leader when they want that level of power and feel like they are entitled to it or deserve it. It's a weird juxtaposition because anybody who wants the office is inherently unfit to hold it.
I catch crap on just wanting to be the leader of this show. People are looking forward to Seth hosting more than ever. And actually, you know what? As much as you guys like it, it's actually very much a very strategic move on my behalf by asking Seth to come in and host.
What's the strategy there?
You get more time on the new tractor.
Well, I get more time on my Mahindra, but it also gives the show a different feel for those that just want to hate me. It gives you hope. 9 shows of hope is what it should be called.
Hope and change.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll make it an even 10.
If Kush has it in him, hell,
I'm joking.
I mean, I'll take a Howard. I'll take a Howard. Like I'll sit down, negotiate a new deal with Seth, and I'll only come in like 3 times a week, and he hosts 2 days a week.
3. Howard's down to 2, and he's skipping weeks. This is a joke of a contract that he signed with them.
So, are you familiar with the contract?
I don't know the financial terms of the contract, but I know he hasn't been on the air like this week. It just randomly out.
I think that he only has to work like 100 shows, maybe 50.
I think it's fewer. I think he's probably at like 80 shows a year that he's responsible for putting out. Well, and it's always been I'm sorry. I don't get me started on him, but he's awful. He doesn't care about his listeners at all. Unlike you, you actually do care about your listeners.
I do care, and I do care. I really do care, and I do read the bad stuff, and it hurts my feelings. Because I just feel like it's just not fair.
Well, I'm more mad because I think you stopped reading the bad stuff, but I'm mad at the people that are supposedly your friends and inner circle that run to you with the bad stuff. Like, stop doing that, people. Stop. Okay, it's not good for Bubba's mentals. It doesn't do anything to improve the show, improve anything. Stop going and running to Bubba with screenshots of crap he doesn't need to be seeing.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
Come on now, I gotta draw the line there.
No, it's from a movie. It's P. Diddy, right?
What?
We're talking about mind fucking?
What in the
Get him to the Greek? Yeah.
I'd like to take off Thursdays and Fridays and let the Kush come in and fucking do his magic.
How do your radio affiliates feel about that?
Well,
What's up, Dirt Merchant? How you doing, buddy? Well, that's debatable, Paul Bird. I don't know that I would use the word great. Not terrible, maybe? Yeah, it's gotten bad for him, man. Howard's just, if it weren't for the ancillary characters on his show, what's up, FJ? I wouldn't even be able to listen to it.
I didn't know that
What's up, Herman? What show?
when he has call-ins and guests and everything like that, that everything, he gets packets.
Every single second of his show
is written.
Is planned, scripted, and controlled by him. 100%.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. It's controlled by... No. You're wrong. It's controlled, and Jeremy Coleman is the PD, and it first goes to him, and then it goes to Darcy, or whatever the girl's name is, Darcy. It goes to her for final approval.
But he has to ultimately sign off on everything.
He usually just does what Darcy...
Well, he may toe the company line, but they have the creative meeting each morning, and he vetoes the shit he doesn't think is worthy of the air. Which, it's funny, because then they end up doing this segment when they're running out of segments to do of all the shit that wasn't allowed on the air, and so much of it is so fucking good. So good. And he doesn't let it on because it doesn't fit whatever agenda he has.
Wow, look at that. This strength.
I got you, buddy.
Oh, Mandy, you came and you gave without taking.
Did you see that email that I sent you? Did you see the new Dahmer's basketball they're releasing?
No.
Unlicensed, obviously, but 3 autos, 20 optics.
Who are the signers?
VJ Edgecombe's in there.
Oh, wow.
So you get 3 autos, 20 optics, $129 for a hobby box.
Wow. I mean, if we could sell basketball, I would, but this crew has proved to be pretty tough.
I just think I think it's going to be, and they have downtowns this year.
Oh, cool.
So, I mean, I know it's unlicensed, but for $129, 3 autos, I mean, that's...
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, Howard wouldn't even walk out of the studio until everybody was cleared out. I mean, the guy is a fucking lunatic. He's not well adjusted socially. Any person who would get mad at other people who lost weight using Ozempic because he suffered and ate dry baked potatoes for 10 years is fucking insane. And again, if it wasn't for the JDs, the Sals, the Richards, the fucking Wendy the slow adult now, and all of them on there, the show wouldn't be listenable. If it was just Howard and Robin
I
talking
don't understand how I don't understand how SiriusXM thinks that podcasting, they gave Call Her Daddy a $100 million deal. They gave Jason Bateman and that podcast series he's got over $100 million. They gave Conan O'Brien for his podcast and library $100 million. I don't understand how they don't try to go and get Howard's P1s that have left back, the truck drivers, the guys like that. I've had conversations with management saying, you guys got to understand, one, this is Howard's last deal. Absolutely.
Well, no, the last deal will just be access to his catalog.
But what I'm saying is having a daily live show.
This is it.
Right. Having a daily live show and not going after his former P1s that are no longer around. I don't get it. If you're not going to get it for the $500,000, for the $500 million that you've invested in these 3 podcast franchises, people that like male skewing spoken monologue radio in the morning, they're not going to be satisfied with Call Her Daddy, or they're just not done.
Thank you,
Every homeowner deserves a roofer who puts people first. 4th Gen Roofing provides roof repair, maintenance, and installation services throughout the greater Tampa Bay area of Florida. With a commitment to personal service, expert craftsmanship, and the experience only years in the field can bring. Our team focuses on real solutions, personal service, and strong roofs that last. More information, go to 4thgenroofing.com or check their Facebook page at 4th Gen Roofing.
Bubba, the Love Sponge. Oh, come on, you stupid ass piece of Bubba the Love Sponge lives, because a dirty mind is a terrible thing to waste. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
You'd have to be living under a rock if you're not familiar with the Nancy Guthrie stuff, which is Savannah Guthrie. She's the morning anchor
NBC
for NBC. Yes.
Yeah, the Today Show, right?
Yes, the Today Show. And it looks to be like they're hoping that Nancy Guthrie is Savannah Guthrie's mother, and I think she lives in Arizona, right?
Yes.
Is it the Phoenix area? And I think, and she's come up missing, and now there's ransom notes and potential suspects, and it's really one of the biggest stories going right now.
The suspect is her brother-in-law, right?
There's no suspect. According to the sheriffs, there's no suspect.
But the rumors I'm hearing is they're focusing in on the brother-in-law, Savannah Guthrie's brother-in-law.
But wasn't the sister? So wasn't the sister in the video with Savannah last night? Like, wouldn't the sister be married to the?
Yeah, I think here.
She has 2 sisters.
Speaking of which, here Seth brought this up, and so let's go ahead and lead with this. And
a podcaster, there's a podcaster out there, and I think her name is Ashley something. She's the one, I think, that originally said that they towed the sister's car, that they were at the house, and I think I think she was on Megyn Kelly, doubling down on the fact that she knows this information, that the FBI is looking into her. Then I just found this video to be interesting that came out.
Yes, the sister of Savannah, the daughter of Nancy, correct?
Yes.
And so, as a family, the brother, Savannah, and the sister released this video. I think, was this yesterday? Or
yes.
Yeah, this was.
On behalf of our family, we want to thank all of you for the prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too.
And what kind of world are we living in where you abduct a famous, talk show host's mother in lieu of what was the ransom note that TMZ got? I forget. Did it have an amount? I have the footage to play.
They said it was a lot. They said they confirmed the Bitcoin, and they further down this video they addressed the ransom note.
Okay.
Our mom is a kind, faithful, loyal, fiercely loving woman of goodness and light.
Like none of us could ever. Well, Brian the Babyface Matroni says if you want to kidnap family members, I got one for you. Your mother-in-law
got a reverse ransom note.
You're paying them. Dear potential person that didn't think about abducting my mother-in-law and is a perfect law-abiding citizen, please consider $50,000.
Here's 3 extra Bitcoin to keep her for a little while longer.
And a couple of Panini card breaks to please take her. I got to watch my language here. Just take her on a long vacation, please.
No.
You know that I'm being a smartass.
Yes, I know.
And I know that deep down you love her.
I'd say, why would you kill an old lady? But why would you? I mean, then you're asking, why would you kill anybody? I mean, but it's I don't know what this lady could have done.
Yeah, like none of us know the end game here, and like why you would pick this person in particular, like some virtual unknown.
Well, it's got to be a family member, right?
Right.
I mean, right?
She's funny, spunky, and clever. She has grandchildren that adore her and crowd around her and cover her with kisses. She loves fun and adventure.
That's why, you know what, Lummy? That's why I gave my mom a gun.
That's right.
Janie's my mom has a gun now. And I had Nick the gun guy, Lummy, because my mom is kind of old, a little bit older. She turns 80 next month. And Nick the gun guy took a lot of it was a little bit kind of hard to fire. So I told my mom, listen, Nick the gun guy really worked on the trigger on this. So unless you plan on shooting somebody, don't put your finger on that trigger. Like put it on keep it on the outside portion while you're aiming it potentially at a bad guy.
Does she keep it in her cleavage?
My mom's got big knockers. No, she keeps it in her nightstand beside her bed. But she gets so knocked out with sleep medicine, I don't know that she'd ever even wake up. A bad guy could literally, load her up on a gurney, and she's still sleeping.
Oh, that's not good.
Devoted friend. She is full of kindness and knowledge. Talk to her, and you'll see.
Let's hope that she can be talked to, right?
The light is missing from our lives.
Now, this, Seth, is the sister that there's kind of a little bit of a whodunit and rumors that she may have been maybe a target of, they're looking into her.
It'd be the brother-in-law, right?
Yeah, her husband.
Her husband, yes.
Nancy is our mother. We are her children. She is our beacon. She holds fast to joy in all of life's circumstances. She chooses joy day after day.
Now, is this the son?
Yeah.
Why didn't he be a man and alpha up and take control? Like, be the first one to talk?
Maybe because Savannah's
a star?
Yeah.
Okay.
Despite having...
Still, at that point, man,
how do you alpha up? Tell me. What do you do if you're the brother right here?
You're at least second in, not third. You're not
second speaking?
Yeah, I mean, okay. Savannah, I get because, she's a star.
Right, but then you're going in front of the other sister.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Well, does he get to speak?
I don't know.
No, he doesn't get a part.
Great trials of pain.
Like, listen, you two bitches, she's my mom too, and I want something to say about it. If you're holding my mom hostage, I swear to God, if I find you, I'm going to blow your effing brains out.
Maybe the hostage negotiators or whoever they're dealing with, because this is clearly part of the overall game plan of putting this message out there, is they've found that women and daughters giving it is more powerful than sons.
Yeah, you know why? Because that guy, the bad guy that might have her, might be feel intimidated by another guy talking some smack to him. So you know what, Brian? Great analogy, and the fact that you let the girls kind of soften it up, because you as a man could potentially irritate another man. You're right. You're right, buddy.
Yeah, but if the FBI or whatever sat you down and told you that brothers don't play well in this scenario, you would still say,
no, I wouldn't.
So what?
But you don't know me. 5-0 in jury trials, brother. So don't tell me. I'm a game day guy, man.
Let me tell you something. I'm talking, but Tara's got the money. Okay, Tara, she's the one going to pay the ransom. But I need to do the talking.
I get the final word.
I talk for a living. And I'm the golden child. Janie Cakes likes me the most.
You would have interrupted Savannah 10 times if you were a brother.
Hold on. It's not my mom, and I've already interrupted her 14.
Let me play a clip for you guys real quick.
Let me play a clip what I said about it a long time ago.
Nearly human. Just normal human people who need our mom. Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you.
Now, are they playing that she's nuts and she might have strayed away card?
No. There was blood at the scene. I think her pacemaker went off the charts. Like, didn't it stop
Pacemaker.
Yeah,
Speaking
Phil
of which,
picking up on the phone.
Pacemaker. Speaking of which, how's Greg and Amy doing? How's Amy doing on the Pacemaker?
I've heard she's doing better.
Amy, are you in chat? Let us know that you're okay, or personally text me. I've been remiss not keeping in touch with you.
So keep in touch with me.
Come on, Amy. What are you doing? Are you even part of Bubba Army anymore? Jesus.
Shut
Our
up.
mom is our heart and our home.
I think the FBI should have told them that, like, even hostages, even people that abduct people and use them, they have like about a 2-minute ADHD gimmick. And so, like, this is too long.
What would you take out? Some of the good things they were saying about her?
I'd take about all. I would have wrapped it up by now. Wrap it up.
How they're trying to like humanize her and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus Christ! Just kill her. It's gonna take this long.
Now you're pissing the bad guy off.
Her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine.
Wake up, brother. The guy needs to wake up.
She needs it to survive. She needs it not to suffer.
Now, I'm assuming Savannah is off the air, right? I mean,
yeah, I doubt she's doing her regular hosting gig.
She pulled out of Olympic coverage, too.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh. We, too, have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk.
Ready to write that check.
Send that Bitcoin.
However,
my Bitcoin got taken.
We live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated.
Meaning like AI? Is that what they're saying?
They want proof.
Right.
We need to know without it.
Now, Brian, can I ask you a question? Do you think the authorities, FBI, the local authorities, anybody that's investigating this, do you think that they approved, like if you're going to be talking to potentially a bad guy here, that let's just say for all intents and purposes that this is for real. We know it's for real. We know she's missing. We don't know necessarily the circumstances, who did it, who's behind it. But do you think if you're going to send this message out directed to whomever did it, that they would, and they're obviously experts at negotiation and how bad guys think and things like that. Do you think before you drop this that they've watched it, approved it, and, are okay with it? That you can't go rogue and just do like. I mean,
you shouldn't go rogue because you want to cooperate with the people that are the most likely to bring your mother home
and are experts and this isn't their first time they've done this, probably.
Right.
So I'm assuming this was probably recorded and then not necessarily edited, but okayed by the authorities. I don't think you just throw this out there.
I doubt that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. Please reach out to us.
But how's the bad guy gonna reach out to you? He knows you got the FBI laid up on the phone, ready to, why? I mean, like triangular cell pinging servant. They got, how would you? I don't know how you'd contact them. You can't email them, because maybe you're trying to use your Proton account with a VPN scrambler.
Well, I mean, they got in touch with
the FBI's got all that. What's that? I'm sorry, Seth.
They sent the ransom note to TMZ and a bunch of other media outlets. So, I mean, they do have distribution for their information.
They signed it. Someone who stopped watching and started taking.
Mommy?
Is that a slide on? I didn't quite pick. Is that a slide on?
Tom Simon story that we did about the.
It was a deep cut.
Yeah.
God, his cuts are so deep. Sometimes they're over my head.
I know, way over. Yeah. That took me a second.
Isn't it weird that they said
first cut's the deepest?
Started writing.
Isn't it weird? I mean, we should call Tom. We should call Tom Simon up and see what he would do.
Yeah,
he'd find him.
Isn't it weird that they didn't send the ransom note to NBC and they sent it to every other affiliate?
Well, listen, nobody covers their inbox like TMZ.
They didn't want to give NBC the exclusive on their own deal.
Very clearly, this is MAGA.
They sent it to CBS.
Yeah, CBS's own.
If you are hearing
and
this,
that's Trump's friend.
CBS is in trouble right now. They had to abandon their 60 Minutes segment for the Super Bowl, so they needed something.
You are a strong woman. You are God's precious daughter, Nancy. We believe and know.
And by the way, us giving our editorial comments and someone in a jovial, smart-ass type way, we're not trying to be disrespectful to this very tragic situation. None of us could ever imagine this happening to us or our mothers, and we would be as much of a hot mess, if not more so. So please, we're just trying to be a little bit smart-assy. But I hope this gets resolved. I hope that Nancy Guthrie is okay. I hope they find out whoever did it. I hope that she's returned safely. I hope that everything works out. Unfortunately, statistically, you're probably 50-50 at best, though, on something like this.
Might even be lower, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're desperate. Everybody's desperate at this point to get their mother back. So please,
what do they say? It's the first 72 or 120. What is it?
No, it's 48 hours, isn't it? They have the
the 48 hours, but yeah, there's like a critical time window in which you
on hostages stuff.
Yeah,
I think you're correct. I think it's 72.
That even in this valley, He is with you. Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere. We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again. We speak to you every moment, and we pray without ceasing, and we rejoice in advance for the day.
Here's what somebody would apprehend me and send in a ransom note, and the Bubba Army be like, keep him. We like Seth better. Keep him.
Oh.
Keep him. Kill him. Keep him. Double K. Kill and keep.
Oh. You guys aren't even kidnapping me right.
Oh, yeah. Triple K. Kidnap, kill, keep. Keep him off the air. We'll pay a lot.
Our arms again. We love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
We love you, Mom. Stay strong.
I wasn't allowed to say anything the entire segment except that. I think they kind of jobbed the brother out a little bit.
Yeah, he's the oldest too.
It was strategic.
Hello. You're on the air.
Hi, Bubba. It's Stacy from Tucson.
Hi, Stacy from Tucson. This is right in your backyard.
Shoot, it's where I work and live, actually.
So it's not Phoenix, it's more Tucson, right?
No, it's straight up foothills area of, like, North Tucson.
Really?
Yeah. I'll tell you what's weird about this.
What are the locals saying? Like, I'm sure you're going to give that to me right now, and the fact that
exactly.
What are the locals saying, and what's weird about it? These are actually boots on the ground. Somebody that lives a few miles away from all this is happening. Stacy, go ahead, take it away.
Yep. So what's weird is, okay, you just like Florida, I'm sure. All the snowbirds are out of the northern states and down in Arizona, down in Florida.
Yep.
And we get silver alerts every day. Every day. Somebody's missing. Somebody walked away. They're from Minnesota. They walked away from their Tucson house. Whatever. So we get these every day. But then all of a sudden, there's choppers in the air. There's police on, like, corners and stuff and talking to people at grocery stores. And, like, what the hell happened? I had to look it up. Oh, there's this kind of famous lady missing. Okay, kind of weird, whatever. But to see, like, choppers in the air, totally weird.
Now,
totally weird.
Do you think that, with the average silver alert that we get here as often as you get there, especially during snowbird season, it's usually Grandpa pooping his pants and wandering off, and they end up finding him. Yep. And they probably one of the reasons why they don't dispatch the choppers, and it ends up being, what this has become is because nobody sends. It's not. There's no ransom note. There's nothing like that accompanies Grandpa that left the country club 2 hours early. So I think maybe the additional,
not a big deal.
The additional, like, there's a person that's coming or bad people that are coming forward with ransom notes and demanding Bitcoin. I think that's what probably elevates this to that. That's just my opinion.
Here's the other thing that doesn't make sense. So when it first came out, they were like, oh, must have been crazy bad guys. But crazy bad guys from, like, the border, they haven't, like, stolen people and, like, kidnapped people from the foothills, which is a very nice area, in, like, forever. So it can't be like it can't be the cartels. It can't be any of the border crap that's going on.
So
also,
you think it's definitely family?
It's Caucasian white kids, or something like that.
It's what Caucasian what?
What's the
motive?
White kids.
Oh, okay.
Like totally targeting. Watches the Today Show. I don't even know, but it's just so weird and so random, and everybody's talking about it down here, and it's just weird. It's just really out of the norm.
Will they have a parade for Nancy if they find her unharmed?
Oh my gosh, they will. Oh,
she's an instant. I mean,
everybody from like Safeway, Publix, whatever, is talking about her. Have you seen her? Have you seen her? Dude, there are so many old ladies here right now. Like,
what if this is just an all ploy to boost the ratings for Sweeps Week?
I don't want to be shallow, but
you don't want to be shallow, but your boots on the ground, and you live a few miles from this, and you're just kind of fishy.
I'm just saying, choppers in the air. What the hell's going on?
Do you have any other inside information?
Other inside information,
Yes.
Actually, Bubba asked to see my underwear at the club we went to, and I was like, yeah, Bubba loves me. Anyways.
And did you show him?
Yeah, she showed me.
Yes.
Of course.
I asked my husband first, and then I showed him.
That was when we went to, I think that was when we did Phoenix
And then?
Bubba Palooza,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
No. I was a Wonka winner.
Oh, you were
Bubba.
you were a Wonka winner.
I got a gold ticket. We had a seafood meal together.
Yeah. I remember. And this girl's hot, too. She's very attractive.
Now,
She's
do you
very
know any
attractive.
African-American ladies that are turned on by Bubba by chance?
No.
No? Okay. We were wondering if there was one out there.
We're trying to find one black lady that wants to have sex with me, but we're not. We're running into some dead ends here on this deal.
Random.
All right.
Anyways, guys,
Stace,
love the show, guys. Bubba, still listen, dude.
Keep
Send me those panties.
keep me posted, okay, sweetie?
All right, bye you.
Bye now. Thanks. When we return,
I've never seen Shaq go so hard on a caller in my life.
Yeah, they were pretty.
Just pull the plug on this bag.
FBI,
She's sweet.
FBI to send additional troops. To I get like Stacy says. I mean, this is
Dude, Trump's on it. They're Trump's sending extra people out there.
When I heard she voted for me, I said we can't afford to lose another.
pull all the ICE agents from Minneapolis, get them down to the foothills of Tucson immediately. We'll have more of this next.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
She's pretty fucking hot.
Yeah, and how did it come up that you asked her to see her panties?
I don't know, buddy. I don't know.
I'm always intrigued by a situation like that. Like, you're just sitting there eating chicken dip together at Wonka Vision or whatever you called it, Wonka Fest, and you're like, hey, why don't you show me your panties?
I don't remember. Yeah, it could have been like that.
Oh, okay. What's up, Dirt Merchant, again? Oh, say good morning to you earlier, buddy. We got a good break going for the Super Bowl, giving away Sam Darnold pink optic rookie, and we're downtown chasing. Oh, and to answer your question, Big Country, they're just 8 random megas. We've been doing really well with them lately, though, so, I mean, I can't guarantee that we're going to hit a downtown at all, and I would never, but we're 3 for our last 3, but they're 8 randoms. All right, hit us up. Check out the Blizzard Breaks on Facebook. Got a NASCAR one going, got a baseball one going, and got a football
Hi,
one.
Janet.
I know. Nobody's going to be watching either halftime show. It is weird that the two biggest Republican music acts, Ted Nugent and Kid Rock, both sang songs about underage girls and having sex with them. A little weird. Not quite on brand for the right. Well, maybe it is.
Kid Rock has a black kid, okay?
What does that have to do? That means he at least hooked up with a black chick.
He did. He has a song called Black Chick, White Guy.
That's the name of the song?
Yeah.
That's creative.
Okay, well, it was on Devil Without a Cause. That album went like Diamond Plus. Kid Rock was my first concert back at the Sundome in '98.
When it was called the Sundome.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go around admitting that.
One of my first concerts.
People could still smoke
at the
inside.
Sundome was when I was worked at 98 Rock, and we brought in 7 Mary 3.
Oh, yeah. Water's Edge, baby.
That was about the only hit they had.
Cumbersome.
They had 2 of them.
Yeah.
Cumbersome
have become.
I think a couple of their guys were out of Orlando.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Do you think that, do you think Creed's bigger than Ted Nugent?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I'd say Creed's Republican, so they're...
Okay.
If they're just... They were rumored.
Scott Stapp tried to beat me up in front of Kid Rock and Hulk Hogan.
Turning Point USA would open them with arms wide open. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Well, Bubba just said Scott Stapp tried to beat him up.
Oh, but Scott Stapp would have destroyed Bubba.
Scott Stapp got me in my face in front of Hogan and Kid Rock at the Hard Rock in Orlando, and Hogan kind of had my back, and Scott Stapp asked Kid Rock what he was going to do, and he said, "My name's Bennett, and I'm not in it." And then Scott Stapp walked away mad at me.
Man, we got to put that to bed. What a story.
We got to squash that feud. Let's get you and Scott Stapp in a ring tomorrow.
Are they touring again?
They were.
Yeah.
Did his band get mad at him again?
They don't know they needed the money, so they went on tour.
How about 3 Doors Down?
They were here last summer.
They're on their Third Wives tour.
Oh man, that's Brad. Their lead singer is battling cancer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Brad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
I checked up on him a few weeks ago. They came on my phone and I looked him up, and
Brad Harden, my former boss, was the first program director to play them.
Oh, that first album is phenomenal.
With a guy named Bill McGinty. I think Brad got points on their first album because he was a Clear Channel rock manager at the time, and he they do mandates where you got to play this fucking record.
Yeah. I mean, Kryptonite was undeniable.
Oh fuck yeah. That crossed over, didn't it?
Big time.
That probably charted all.
That went
the way up to
alternative
number 2 or
rock
3.
top 40, didn't it?
They almost played it on rap stations. It was so big.
Really?
I mean, like Crazy Town's Butterfly, that made it to urban. Alternative pop, rock.
11.
Listener-supported Sponge, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Listener-supported via PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all at the Bubba Army. Now returns.
Me and Lummy gotta do a project, a fixing a generator project together. Be like father and son. I could almost be your dad, Lummy.
You could be.
I could?
Yes.
Do you consider him like a second father?
Yes, I do.
There's a long pause there.
The hesitation speaks
Well, today's
volume.
my dad's birthday, but he's not listening, so we're good.
Today's
Happy
your dad.
birthday,
How old's
Lummy's
your
dad?
pops?
76.
Really?
Yes, sir.
But don't you say you're closer to your mother?
No, I'm closer to my dad.
Oh, your mom hates
brother,
you?
No, she just picks her brother over me.
Why? Because he's the baby?
No, I'm the baby.
Oh.
It's a long story.
Well, no, I mean,
I sent you that girl. What was her name?
Stacey?
Stacey, yeah, Arizona.
Bubba,
from the Wonka set.
Are you guys aware that Monday was Seth's birthday?
Yes,
Yeah, we talked about it on that show.
I already told Lummy that I need him to be a little bit better, just a little bit better of an executive producer, and let me know when we have fellow co-hosts that are. There's Stacy right there. Look at that action.
Yeah, I went off of Seth's Facebook on that, so I apologize.
What? Oh, what'd you do?
On your birthday date.
That's okay.
Because if you remember in January, I wished you happy birthday, and it wasn't your birthday.
Yes, that's right.
That's currently Tom Bean's office. The old Denison. Boy, some great things were done in that studio. That's Stacy, and then the girl that just called in. This is a picture of her as well. Very beautiful, and I did sniff her panties. I did. I mean, you call me a weirdo. Sniffing panties from a hot chick that is willing to give them to you upon asking is not a bad. I mean, you guys are. What are you gonna creep me out on that deal?
What'd she have for lunch that day?
I don't know, but it was very sweet smelling, not musty or fishy or anything like that.
Oh, my God.
And I'm not Kid Rock talking about having sex with underage kids or nothing.
Yeah, no, these are women's panties.
I sniffed a adult fan who happens to be female and attractive. I sniffed her panties.
Have you thought about bringing that bit back?
Well, let me sniff your panties.
You won't get a single one from a woman, but... Bubba's number one rule always is, though, if there's cartoon characters on it, he's not going to sniff it. So don't even try.
Yeah, I got in a lot of trouble with one or two of the 7 FCC violations I got was Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo.
That's where you went with that comment?
I thought that's where you're going with it.
No, I was saying only women's panties, not little girls that would have cartoon characters on them.
Oh, Mo, he's got a story, though, about
about the Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. No, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy were in the hood looking for crack whores, and that was one of the 7 violations that I got. Another one was a guy came into the studio from Ripley's. Ripley's, believe it or not, we're doing some kind of local deal, and he could hang a 10-pound barbell from his testicles. And I thought we did that, and of course gave our fodder. And then there was another one where Ned was given play-by-play how he went to the adult theater in Pasco County called the Pasco Pussycat, and he was having a party with himself like Pee Wee Herman style, and he was getting pretty much very in-depth into that. There's 3. I forget what the other 4 are.
The 84-year-old was last seen in her home in Tucson.
Now, Stacy, Bubba Army out of nearly just miles away from where this is happening.
Choppers in the air.
Shaking people down, says it's one of the kids.
It's a Caucasian who watches the Today Show.
Saturday night, the sheriff's department says they have not identified any suspects in what is believed to be an abduction. Now let's bring in ABC News' Trevor, all live from Tucson, Arizona, with more. Trevor, FBI beefing up agents on the ground there. What more are we learning?
Well, Mola, sources tell me and our colleague Josh Margolin that essentially the FBI is sending in reinforcements here to Pima County. The Pima County Sheriff's Office is still going to be leading this investigation.
Hey, Pima County, just hire my buddy Tom Simon. Simon Investigations on YouTube and on Instagram. By the way, he's been stuck at 339,000 followers on Instagram for a while. Follow him, would you please? Let's knock him over to let's do the Bubba Army factor and get him over 340, so I can send him this clip and take credit for it.
By the way, Kash Patel's on the way out there.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Dan Bonagino too?
No, he's doing his podcast.
Oh, okay. So go to Simon Investigations on your Instagram and follow him. Maybe tell him you're Bubba Army and that maybe he needs to get out to the foothills immediately to solve this crime.
But the FBI essentially realized that they need extra help, so they are significantly increasing their manpower here on the ground. That's how the footprint was described to me by the sources, a significant FBI presence.
How bad is it going to be if they find her dead?
I mean, bad.
Bad.
It's the most likely outcome.
And didn't you say, Brian, there was a window like 72 hours that you have, and after that, your statistics start immediately dropping dramatically?
Yeah, if you don't recover somebody who's been abducted or kidnapped or gone missing within the first 72 hours, really the first 48, but right after 72, it plummets.
But what about when they ask for ransom? Does that extend it?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
I think you can only get ransom on somebody that's alive.
And what that means in part is they're going to have a supervisor.
There's the choppers that Hot Stacy spoke up.
They're leading a task force here that includes a number of experts on things like technology and data collection and even hostage negotiation, trying to support local and law enforcement here as they have been inundated with hundreds of tips, but still, as you said, have not identified a suspect in Nancy Guthrie's believed abduction. And now
like my mom has Ring cameras and her whole place is camered up.
All the cameras got knocked out.
Oh, they did?
That's what I read, yeah.
I was going to say, like, there's no trace of her cell phone or any forensic evidence that they have, including Ring, but Seth's now telling us that the Ring cameras were knocked out.
I don't think they've released. They released that there was, I think, blood at the scene. I'm not sure. I'm not sure there's been really anything else.
Oh, blood at the scene's horrible.
Oh yeah,
right?
Oh yeah.
We are 4 days into the search. Of course, it is an incredibly high-profile case. So far, though, seems to be very difficult for law enforcement. The FBI is hoping that this increased presence could help them bring Nancy Guthrie home.
Trevor, has the Sheriff's Department said anything more about the validity of those possible ransom notes?
No, they've been very strict in the language that they use, Mola, regarding the potential ransom notes and also any other tip that they've received so far, which is simply that they are investigating all leads and taking it very seriously. So the background on these unverified but potential ransom notes is that they were sent to a number of different TV stations, a lot of them local, including our ABC affiliate K-Gun, and those were forwarded
K-Gun
to law enforcement. It's not clear whether or not they are legitimate. Law enforcement is looking into whether or not they are valid ransom notes, if they are connected to the case, or if they're potentially just someone trying to take advantage of.
Now, Brian, could you at this point, man, have smart asses that would want to infuse themselves and you have a copycat factor here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably something they have to.
Yeah, these tip lines are always flooded with people just looking for attention.
The
with
Guthrie
nothing better
family
to do.
during a very difficult time. At this point, it isn't clear. Law enforcement is only saying they are investigating the note as they are investigating every other tip. That is hundreds of tips that have come in. They say they are taking them all very seriously. That includes every other crime that has happened in the area recently.
So if you got hundreds of tips, is that like hundreds of people that potentially might have seen her or know where she's at, or know her daily routine, or seen or saw something? How else would you have hundreds of tips?
Yeah, they said there's a lot of people in the neighborhood, are saying that they saw a person walking around earlier in the night. A lot of people were reporting just different things leading up to it for their tips.
But they're not saying much more than that in terms of what might be guiding them in a specific direction. As far as we know right now, they don't seem to be going in a specific direction. They're casting a wide net.
I can't even think maybe you can help me, Brian. I can't even think of the last time we had like an abduction, kidnapping, ransom note. I mean, I know that we had the Lindbergh baby, and there's been throughout our the history of our country various public and semi-celebrity abductions, but I can't think of the last real public one we've had. Can you guys? I can't.
Like Elizabeth Smart or something?
Was she kidnapped?
Yeah, she was kidnapped.
Yeah.
So famous abductions. We got Charles Lindbergh in 1932.
Charlie, which was it was his baby, and they killed him.
Frank Sinatra Jr. in 1963, kidnapped and released after they paid a ransom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that one. Did you?
1991, J.C. Duggard, I do remember that name, abducted at age 11 in California, held captive for 18 years.
What?
Yeah.
Was he let go or dead?
No, J.C. was recovered. Patty Hearst.
Yeah.
But then she
went into she turned into
Stockholm syndrome there.
Right. She got Stockholm and started robbing banks for the bad guys.
Princess Anne was an attempted kidnapping when a gunman tried to kidnap her and her husband as they returned to Buckingham Palace.
I need to step up my security.
David Baldwin, the co-founder of cryptocurrency hardware, was kidnapped. They cut his fingers off, and then the French busted him down and rescued him at 58 hours.
58 hours?
There you go. 14 more hours. He was a goner.
To find Nancy Guthrie.
All right, Trevor, well, in Tucson.
And hopefully they don't cut Nancy's fingers off because, if you would cut my mom's fingers off, she'd die immediately because she's got,
blood thinners. This woman apparently has a pacemaker and heart medication. Without that, she's not long for this earth.
Right. Arizona, thanks, Trevor. Well, for more, let's bring in ABC News contributor and former Secret Service agent Don Mihalik. The FBI, as you know, Don, is sending in...
Did somebody hit him in the eye?
Additional resources. What does that suggest?
Don, you need to look at your camera feed before you go on the air because it looks like you did, you got black eye syndrome.
Well, first of all, it's about time. Law enforcement is best done when it's a team effort, and bringing in the FBI brings in tremendous
FBI guys are always so stiff, are they not?
Capabilities and resources that most local agencies don't have. The FBI is going to be able to surge its personnel.
Man, just bring in Tom Simon. He'll have this thing figured out in a day or two.
That's right. Its evidence response team is going to be able to surge its technological resources to be able to track cell phones, to look at camera surveillance quickly, to mobilize its lab in the case of the DNA.
Send a helicopter up that's got Stacy all concerned, and that's the same helicopter B-roll footage we've seen now 5 times. It seems like, Brian, they get like 7 seconds of footage, and then they just shoestring it out throughout the entire story.
Evidence, and also to look at this letter, alleged ransom letter they got, and really break down and try to figure out if it's legitimate or not.
The last ransom letter we got was from Big Hands John, and I think it was legitimate because he actually did quit the show.
He sure did.
Have you heard? Have you heard anything from Big Hands John? Has he had a difference of has he switched his opinion, or does he still hate us?
He still hates us. He wanted to drop off more stuff. I at least told him, please don't
Just
drop
keep
any
your
more
stuff.
stuff
Just
off.
burn it.
I told him to donate it.
We were able to resell the sign.
Law enforcement agency in this modern age should be doing anything alone.
Hey, John, you know what? Just throw it over the fence, and we'll go ahead and resell it. Formerly Big Hands John. It'll be in the dollar bin section.
They should always be working with other agencies. Coordination is key. And in this case, I'm happy to see that the Pima County Sheriff's Office finally brought in the full resources and capability of the FBI. So maybe they can make some traction on it.
Maybe they can. Everybody, I mean, there's just so many stories.
Ransom note and the disappearance of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy, contained chilling details from the night she was allegedly abducted, authorities said. The note, sent to a local Arizona news station, contained details about the 84-year-old...
I think this might be the first newscaster to ever have their mic. Nobody could ever wrap their head around like Walter Cronkite's mom getting taken, or anybody or who's the black girl that Oprah,
Gayle King?
Yeah, Gayle King's mom. Nobody could, why'd you pick Samantha Guthrie? Why'd you pick this person?
Sweep, baby. It's an NBC executive.
Home near Tucson, and which...
Is that her house?
Yes.
That's pretty nice. That's a nice crib.
Yeah, Mom wasn't roughing it. Savannah's making like $24 million a year, so, she can afford to put Mom up in a nice house.
Look at that nice pool. And you would think a place that nice would have all types of security. My mom doesn't have, near the money that these people do, and my mom's got her house so camered up.
Contained details about the 84-year-old matriarch's home near Tucson and what she was wearing on the night of her disappearance. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos told CBS News, although he declined to give any specifics.
Oh, they know this. They know what she was wearing.
Well, the ransom note, that's why the family made that public statement, because they know it's serious. They know it's real. I don't know why.
Nanos refused
I don't know
to
why
say
law enforcement's being coy about it.
Because the family knows it's real.
Yeah.
Whether the note was legitimate or if the details it provided matched the crime scene, where drops of blood visible in scene footage from News Nation, as well as signs of forced entry, were found.
That's not good. Drops of blood.
It's not clear whose blood it was. It isn't clear if the purported note sent to the CBS affiliate in Arizona, which chose not to report the exact contents of it, is the same that was sent to TMZ on February 3rd. The note to TMZ provided a deadline for the ransom payment in Bitcoin for her safe return and implied something sinister would befall Nancy.
Now, Brian, as much as Bitcoin is anonymous and, that's what bad guys deal in and what have you, do we have the technology, or is it truly what makes Bitcoin so cool is the fact that Interpol, FBI, whatever government, military, whatever, that you cannot trace it?
I think it is extremely difficult to trace, and the only way you can trace it is if you knew who possessed it at one point along the blockchain, and even then. But I'm not an expert on this. This is a Kevin Hazlett subject.
Right.
But I believe it's extremely difficult.
See if the towering sum wasn't paid. In an emotional interview on February 3rd, the sheriff became choked up when asked if the operation was still a search and rescue.
Do you believe you are still looking for Nancy Guthrie alive at this point?
When the sheriff starts crying, that ain't good. Yeah. When he gets choked up on the deal, you don't see Grady crying.
If Grady cries, you're screwed.
Oh yeah.
We're just not going to give up hope. We hope she's out there somewhere.
So you still believe this is an active rescue mission at this point?
Or maybe that's a tactic, Brian, to show, like don't be Johnny Hardass. That's only going to irritate potentially who might have her. If you act like, Johnny John Sad Boy, then maybe that'll play more into your favor of getting her back alive. If you're like, hey, listen, once we find you, we're going to string you up and put 36 bullets in you. Probably not going to be good for the abductor, right? He's probably going to that's probably going to make him mad. And Nancy's going to take a lick.
We hope so.
According to authorities, a relative made a 911 call around noon on February 1st to report Nancy Guthrie was missing after she failed to show up for a church service. She was last seen by Savannah's brother-in-law, Tommaso, after he dropped Nancy off at her home in Catalina Foothills.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, that guy looks like he'd be prime suspect number one if I was the sheriff.
Because he has a beard?
Well, I don't know.
He's bald?
Just a lot of different reasons, Brian. Check. Tommaso. That screams of...
It's not American enough for you?
Yeah.
Bubba and the chick from Tucson are on the case.
North of Tucson at around 9:30 p.m. on January 31st after a dinner, authorities said. On February 3rd, FBI agents were spotted at Tommaso and Savannah Guthrie's...
Look at that. There's kidnapping in those eyes right there. Why, oughta.
Sister Annie's home in Arizona. As
Looks like T-Quest with the beard, doesn't he, Lummy?
He does.
Search for their missing mother continues. Savannah was also believed to have been there. The elder Guthrie was not known to have illnesses such as dementia or Alzheimer's and was of good sound mind. However, she was described as being in not of good physical health. She cannot walk more than 50 yards on her own and is reliant on life-saving medication.
Sounds like me.
A lack of which for 24 hours could prove fatal, making the hunt a race against time.
Let me, if I get kidnapped, will you try to come get me?
Oh,
Because Brian and Seth will laugh about it.
I'll do everything I can.
Brian will write a song.
On Monday, February 2nd, authorities confirmed the case was officially being investigated as a crime.
It is a crime scene. We know that. She is very limited in her mobility, right? We know she didn't just walk out of there. That we know. There are other things at the scene that indicate there was a
struggle.
She did not leave on her own. We know that.
Her daughter, Today anchor Savannah Guthrie, skipped the February 2nd Monday episode of the NBC Morning Talk Show. However, she shared a statement that was aired regarding her mom being missing.
On behalf of our family, I want to thank everyone for the thoughts, prayers, and messages of support. Right now, our focus remains on the safe return of our dear mom.
Nancy has made various guest appearances on Today over the years since Savannah joined the show in 2011.
She loves us, her family, fiercely, and her selflessness and sacrifice for us, her steadfastness and her unmovable confidence is the reason any of us grew up.
Anyway, man,
that's terrible.
I'd be horrible. I would be just a basket case if this was happening to my family. My mom is everything to me. She's my complete world. I love
seriously,
her.
when do I get the inheritance?
Stop it. This, I think, is a day old. This is, I think, TMZ breaking the ransom deal, demanding big Bitcoin deal. I think this is from yesterday. Nice.
Yeah, thanks a lot, TMZ.
Thank you, Harvey. You mother effer. Trying to hit. Look, Lummy, because it's not even doing nothing for me. Well, how about a refresh, Willie? And then it's going to probably give me some type of
pre-roll. Yeah, we'll get a pre-roll.
For 4 generations, over 180,000 satisfied customers have trusted our family for roof repairs and replacements. We are state certified, licensed, and fully insured. We also provide free estimates and financing. Right now, get $1,000 off a new roof or $250 off any roof repair. Our family's legacy, your peace of mind. Before you spend, call 4th Gen.
Our family's legacy, your peace of mind.
First ad I haven't skipped in I don't know how long. Here we go. Stand by.
So we got something in our email that looks like a ransom. It's written like a ransom note for Savannah Guthrie's mother.
Specific request
and they're very
for certain amounts of money,
very specific.
Bitcoin.
And also, they say at the bottom, there are certain things they're saying about what she was wearing and damage to the house.
That they're clearly saying to verify that
it's us.
We know what we're talking about here.
So we've contacted the Sheriff's Department, and we want to get them this letter. Now,
did this end up being the same letter that everybody got, and they just released it first to TMZ?
Well, nobody's reporting on it, but we have reason to believe they're all the same.
We had a little trouble getting through to the right person, but the person we spoke with is now forwarding this to somebody in the detective bureau. So if my phone rings, I may have to stop and.
What's interesting is, there was just a news conference that just ended with the sheriff, and he was asked about. We're going to do this segment in a few minutes, but he was asked about a ransom note, and he just said, "We're following all leads."
Yeah, and it's again, we don't know.
We don't know if
it's
this
authentic,
is legit.
if it's authentic.
I wonder how much they're asking for.
It says millions.
Not, but they're when you read it, they're acting as if, only.
And there comes a point, man. What if he ain't got it? And there also comes a point for
Venmo, PayPal, Cash App.
If you do pay it, I mean, of course you'd pay it if you had it for mom. But what if you did it or you do pay it and they end up killing her anyway? This is such a slippery slope. You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't.
We would know these things, and we're serious. And there's a dollar demand and an or else in there. Mm-hmm. So. We will let you know as this thing kind of develops.
And this is my final report. I don't know if we'll get to all of it, but
search intensifies for the 84-year-old mother of Today's Show host Savannah Guthrie. An unnamed law enforcement source claims a family member is now a prime suspect in her
is that bearded up dude?
Yeah.
Disappearance. KTLA's Mary Beth McDade live in the newsroom with the latest on a rapidly developing story
What's
tonight.
Up, you old coog?
At MB.
Micah, Savannah Guthrie and her sister Annie, alongside their brother, have broken their silence tonight. They posted this video message to their mother and her potential kidnappers.
Mama.
Well, we've seen all that.
4 years old.
Yeah,
we've
seen it all.
A time ago, there was a flurry of police and FBI activity at Nancy's Tucson home. It appears they collect
nice hair extensions. See how they feather them in the back, then that's not her real hair. Just saying.
Some evidence, and now many have left. There are blood drops on the doorstep of Nancy Guthrie's Tucson home, and the Pima County Sheriff says there are obvious signs of a break-in. He believes the 84-year-old mother of Today's Show anchor Savannah Guthrie was taken from her home against her will in a possible kidnapping. Deputies were seen searching an area behind Nancy's home today. Nancy was last seen Saturday night.
Man, searching areas usually mean you're looking for a body.
Well, they actually said they're bringing in Liam Neeson.
Her daughter,
they're taking
Annie,
it serious.
and her son-in-law, who dropped
that guy right there
off at home after dinner. Her family reported her missing when she didn't show up the next day for Sunday church services.
The preacher did it.
Journalist Ashley Banfield is revealing that
nice roof.
It is nice.
Fourth gen, baby.
Yeah, fourth gen can do white coating like that.
Authorities are looking at a possible person of interest.
Critical line from this high-level law enforcement source was that the son-in-law may be prime suspect at this time.
She's talking about Annie's husband, one of the last people to see Nancy alive.
I was also...
Wouldn't that suck? Everybody's saying you did it because you kind of look shady and you got to... But you really didn't do it. You're just a cool dude. And you just brought her home like you were supposed to.
Yeah, I mean...
That would really suck.
If he did do it and she's not dead yet, then, I got to imagine... At some point, she'll be dead because they're going to be watching him like a hawk.
Right.
So
even if
unless he went in on it with somebody else, if there's an accomplice.
I don't know if you've seen it on Netflix or whatever, but what was the people from Boulder, Colorado? Ramsey. John Bonet Ramsey.
Yeah, that they thought it was the parents right away.
And how the police completely botched it. And there's no way, shape, or form that either parent or the kid or the brother had anything to do with it. and the mom has died. She died of cancer, and the dad, moved to Atlanta and remarried, and I don't know what the brother did, but like they walk you through, and this was like a prosecutor's versus sheriff, who's got the bigger D, and it was the sheriff that was, like saying the mom and dad did it, and it was one of the, how they sometimes, Brian, won't be in concert with each other, and both offices had completely different views as to what happened. And they walk you step by step how it wasn't any Ramsey at all, and it was a bad guy that they never found.
Well, yeah, they think towards the end they believe they know who it is. If you watched at the end, they kind of alluded to who it was and this guy, and they followed him to another country or whatever, and all that.
Oh, Miami must have kicked in right before that.
Told that the car belonging to Annie Guthrie, that's Savannah's sister, Nancy Guthrie's daughter, had been towed and taken into evidence.
Ashley says sources have also told her
Man, what a nice place. Wow.
About what happened to the home's Nest cameras.
I bet there's a lot of rattlesnakes out there, Lummy. I don't like rattlesnakes.
Definitely, no rattlesnakes.
There were Nest cameras.
Anybody in here like snakes?
Don't be a snake guy.
I mean, I'm not a snake guy. I don't like them.
I run them over on the lawnmower if I see them, Lummy.
With the black ones?
Mm-hmm.
Plural,
the
and
ones
they
that
were
are completely
smashed,
harmless?
And that
The ones
they've
that
been
kill
taken into evidence.
If you're a snake, you're not harmless.
Well, maybe if you hadn't killed those snakes, we wouldn't have rats in the studio.
The Pima County Sheriff denies those claims that they have a suspect, saying in a statement, "At this point, investigators have not identified a suspect or person of interest in this case." Detectives are reportedly looking into whether a trespasser seen lurking in a neighbor's yard near Nancy's home a few weeks ago
I hope that's who did it.
is linked to her disappearance.
Of course
They're also looking into a digital footprint to see whose phones were in the area at the time Nancy vanished, and waiting for DNA results. 2 ransom notes that were sent to TMZ and a local Arizona TV station asking for millions of Bitcoin are also part of this investigation. Meantime, the sheriff gave a new interview to the Today Show this morning.
We have nothing else to go on but the belief that she is here. She's present, she's alive, and we want to save her.
President Donald Trump released a statement on Truth Social just moments ago saying,
I'm headed out there right now to do what I can do.
"I spoke with Savannah Guthrie and let her know that I am directing all federal law enforcement to be at the families and local law enforcement's complete disposal immediately.
That's good.
We're deploying all resources to get her mother home safely."
You know why? Because Trump wants his agencies, Brian, to find it, and then he'd take credit for it. The local guy wasn't doing a very good job until I brought in the feds. The feds found her. Samantha Guthrie. It ended up being a great story.
There's a big reward for her, too, if you have information.
Was it $2,500?
$2,500.
That's it?
Yeah, that's all the...
If you're a local radio guy out there, I'd be throwing $10,000 on that.
Well, yeah.
Be the star. $2,500 is all they can scratch up?
Yep, that's all sheriffs can do.
So much for...
Well, they got to put all the money towards the ransom.
Yeah. So when I'm going to go to words, but there's this comedian. I have him right here. There's this comedian, and I can't play it because he cusses and says the F word, but he I guess made jokes about various things in Minneapolis, and he had 6 shows. Now, they were probably like at the Chuckle Hut or some small venue.
They were sold out.
But they weren't, like I was going to thank you, Seth. They were sold out. So he had 6, like a Friday, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. He had 6 shows that were sold out in Minneapolis. And, through his social media marketing and whatever type of following this guy had. And the local venue called and canceled the guy because of his jokes that he's made about this Minnesota situation. Now, isn't that the last frontier where you shouldn't be able to be canceled, and that is, stand-up comedy? You should virtually be able to say anything you want.
Well, I mean, the comedy club can still make their own decisions. That nobody's saying that this guy can't say it on the internet. the comedy club can decide that they don't want him there. That's their choice. I don't know what the motivation was or what was so terrible about what the jokes he made were, but
I'm gonna get into his opinion of that next.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
I can only play this on hot mic. Let me know, Macho Man.
Hi guys, welcome to Go See Gail. Okay, I'm going to show you a funny short of a comic who does some fabulous right-wing comedy. And basically in this clip, he discusses how God saved him from getting hurt in Minneapolis. Check it out.
I just found out that my shows were canceled in Minnesota. Yeah, they were supposed to be next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We sold out 6 shows in Minnesota, and they canceled it because, honestly, I don't know why.
Fuck.
Well, yeah, I mean, fuck them, obviously. Like, they wanted to cancel it last week, and then we were like, no, if you're gonna have to pay me. We just sold out 6 shows. Like, you fucking pay me if you're gonna cancel like that, right? And so they're like, they were pussying out because they got a weird, a voicemail from a liberal being like, are you really gonna have a guy on your fucking stage that made a joke about fucking Renee? They canceled the shows, and listen, I was ready, and I was ready to spend a lot of my own money and make a lot less money to hire armed security like I was doing a show in fucking Mexico fucking City to fucking make it happen, because the people of Minnesota who are normal and are good people deserve to laugh. If you're a Republican D.C. and Trump's in, it's kind of fun because every day you just get to see sad liberals everywhere. They're just like, I live in D.C., I know, it's not the same. Yeah, now it's safe. But I said to God today when I saw what was happening, I said, please keep me safe in Minneapolis. And then they canceled the show. God was like, yeah, I can't guarantee that. You're gonna have to skip this one if you want to see the children.
I'd cancel the show just because he's not that funny. But
I agree.
I like watching that lady laugh.
Yeah.
Does that make me a
That
perv?
wasn't even the first time she heard it. But this is like the 3rd time she's watched that video.
Well, it's striking her every.
Oh, it seems very.
You okay, buddy? Yeah. Heimlich, come on.
Oh my God!
What happened?
I'm choking on my fucking tongue.
Did he fart?
Choking on his tongue?
He's choking on something.
He ran away so nobody could help him?
Macho's gonna help him.
Take it to the diaphragm.
You okay, Hoss?
Oh yeah.
Do you need a Heimlich?
Bubba asked if you like caught one of his farts or something.
No, I never. He'll tell you. I'm very courteous about that.
I don't know what happens. I haven't been able to smell for a week.
COVID.
Long COVID.
Long COVID.
And I'm also autistic because I got the vaccine. So I have COVID and I'm autistic.
I've been autistic undiagnosed for a long time. I'm on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Of a lot of things.
You're every color of the spectrum, like Roy G. Biv.
Mm-hmm. I make the spectrum my bitch.
Yeah, that's right.
You want to touch my jeans?
No, I don't.
Just give them a feel.
No, I'm good.
But I'd like you to just see how soft they're soft, like they're
They look
expected, but
soft.
they're not.
They look soft.
They're
They've
gap.
been very well worn over the years.
No, they look like they're.
Oh, okay.
gap.
Just give them a little, maybe a little backhand.
Oh,
no, not the knee, right here. Nice.
Jess, you need to please your husband.
They're gap. They're gap. Say it, they're gap.
You're trying to mount me, Bubba.
They're gap.
His workplace is untenable.
If it's dealing with construction and forestry, road building, concrete, minerals and crushing, agricultural and turf, golf and sports, or maybe just a good old-fashioned rental, Beard Equipment is your place to be. More information, go to beardequipment.com. With dealerships from Mobile, Alabama, 9 locations in Florida, 2 locations in South Carolina, Cincinnati, Nashville, or Kentucky, Beard Equipment's got you handled. Your exclusive John Deere dealer. For more information, beardequipment.com.
I'm the bus lady. Hey, lady! I was so constipated I could hardly drive.
Sounds like you should call and tell Bubba all about it. It's the low-priced answer to a high-budget problem. You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
So during the hot mic segment, I played the comedian that was canceled by a Minneapolis-based comedy club, 6 shows based on, I don't know what type of jokes he said about the situation that got him canceled, but he's really not that funny. And the only reason I had to make it during a hot mic segment is because he used the F word a couple different times. But, so you know what? Brian's right. I think he said it when he was walking out to go pee, and that is that America needs to realize that. What did you say, Brian? Something about the First Amendment and doesn't necessarily mean censorship, or it was something brilliant.
It's not censorship when a business makes a decision not to employ you, not to play your stuff, not to serve you. That's not censorship. Censorship is when the government comes in and says you can't say that, you can't do that. When there's legal authority behind it, not when it's a business decision. I mean, it's censorship in the lightest definition of the word, but not in the freedom of speech sense of things.
It's not I don't think a litigious type censorship, meaning like this guy couldn't lawyer up and sue this company for making a business decision.
Well, maybe for breach of contract. I mean, it's possible. That's possible. I don't know. But it's not. They're not taking away his First Amendment right.
Right. Correct. So, anyway, Turning Point USA, of course, the big hubbub amongst that is that they're going to have a halftime show that runs against the Bad Bunny. Of course, the Super Bowl this Sunday. I think kickoff is at 6:30 Eastern. And I don't know what time that puts the halftime at. But
I don't know. I feel like we haven't even talked about the game.
Yeah, well, what's to talk about?
Nothing. I mean, the matchups, the turnaround by both teams, the reclamation project that is Sam Darnold's career, the emergence of Jackson Smith and Jigba as a legitimate top 5 wideout, maybe top 3 wideout in the NFL.
Didn't the Minnesota Vikings fire their general manager because of Sam Darnold, the Sam Darnold release?
Yeah, he's running the Vikings like he was helping to run the Browns.
Right, like
into the ground.
Literally, I think that's one of the reasons they used while firing the general manager of the Vikings. You completely, did not evaluate Sam Darnold correctly, and it would have been, we should have kept him. Look how good he is.
It wasn't just Darnold. It was they tried to get Daniel Jones. They couldn't do that. Aaron Rodgers wanted to go there. They didn't do that. So they the fact that the GM doubled down on J.J. McCarthy was his demise. But it also came out after he got fired that everybody around the league was unsettled that he took 2 weeks of paternity leave when his first child was born.
Yeah, because in the cutthroat industry of the NFL, I think you can be working from home as the GM, trying to make trades, trying to better your roster, trying to better your draft picks, trying to get with your scouting department as the upcoming draft. So, I mean, even if I would have not come into the office for 2 weeks, I would have said I was working from home.
Right? Oh, yeah, he was. It just
it was, I guess, not a good look working from home. Right?
Yeah,
not in this ultra alpha NFL.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, I think Seattle wins. That's my pick, Seattle.
Given the points, 4.5.
Is it 4.5?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they win by. I think they win by a touchdown. I think Seattle does. Let's go through the room. Lummy, your of course, we know the spread's 4.5.
I think it's a big win. Seattle 31-17.
Oh, it's a big one.
Yeah.
Brian, the babyface.
Seattle 34, New England 28.
But they cover the spread.
Yeah.
And the over.
And the over. How about you, the great Seth Kushner?
I'm going to go Patriots 28-24.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. So anyway.
Why?
Why not? Because
Drake May. He loves Drake May.
Gay for May. I just have friends that are Patriots fans, so I'll just
giving you the inside.
Just go ahead. Well, there's no inside. I mean, I think Seattle might be better, but I think it's crazy to write off a team that made it all the way to the Super Bowl.
What I haven't even got into, I guess, maybe our unenthusiastic approach towards this Super Bowl might be the same pulse of America. I mean, I don't feel a lot of enthusiasm on this. One, Seattle, I don't know how sexy they are, and two, it is a sexy story with New England where they were just 2-14 a couple years ago.
Yeah, something like that.
And 4-13 to 14-3.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good story, but they've won so damn many of them that I think we're kind of desensitized by New England being in the Super Bowl. So I don't know. I mean, is the general sense, the general consensus of people is that they're not that excited over this, or just am I not that excited over this? And it's a me thing, not a we thing.
I don't know. I think it's probably a you thing at the end. This will probably be, the most watched Super Bowl of all time. Like, every single one is that comes after one another. So
just because there's more ways to catch it than, technology probably helps with that growth.
Yeah. But I don't know. I can't. Maybe you're just losing interest in football.
I love the communal aspect of it. There's very few things that bring us together as a nation where we're all kind of into the same thing. And the Super Bowl is one of those. Whether it's talking about the commercials, talking about the game, talking about Mike Vrabel's penis, talking about Bad Bunny and Kid Rock, it brings us all together to at least be talking about the same thing in almost the same way, with the exception of the alternative halftime show.
Yeah, and what's your opinion of that?
It's stupid. It's all stupid. I mean, they can have their own. They can have their own. They can have their own halftime show.
I say it and I get flack.
No, he's saying Kid Rock's stupid.
Oh yeah, I don't care about Bad Bunny.
No, I'm talking about Bad Bunny.
Fine, whatever. He's the #1 selling artist in the world, or whatever he is right now. I mean, I don't know how you choose. Well, just because he doesn't sing in English. Okay, I get it. I understand how that might upset some old white people. I get that. But
do you know Spanish?
No.
Okay, then. So again,
But that doesn't upset me. That doesn't upset me that he sings in a different language.
Wouldn't you like to know the lyrics of the song that's being performed for you?
You know what I'll do? I'll go to the bathroom. I'll get some food. I'll watch a few minutes of it uninterestedly.
Yeah, I could care less, to be honest with you. I'm not even going to talk about it on Monday.
No.
I could care less. I could care less about who's playing.
You couldn't care less.
I couldn't care less about who's performing at halftime. I couldn't care less about who's. I'm going to watch the game, of course, until I pass out. But and I couldn't care less about Turning Point USA having Kid Rock and a bunch of other people that white people might like going to watch.
But your audience is stoked about it. I mean, they're excited about the Turning Point USA show.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. How do you have to go to turningpointusa.com and be able to watch this show?
I think you just go to Rumble and it'll appear.
Yeah, it'll probably be front page of Rumble.
Probably.
Within that discussion, Kid Rock, of course, the headliner to the Turning Point USA halftime show, to go head to head with Bad Bunny. of course, the NFL produced show, produced by Jay-Z. Hasn't Jay-Z been in charge of all Super Bowls since like 2020?
Yes.
And none of them have been, I don't think anybody, I don't know if there's been any white people.
Isn't Lady Gaga still white?
Oh, was she in it one time?
Yeah.
Okay. The big hubbub about, see, I don't know why people aren't making a bigger deal about this. And that is they've gone and found one of Kid Rock's old songs from back when he had the little, was it Joe C?
Joe C.
The little guy.
Yeah.
The little guy. And he would, be like, they'd be rapping, and then Joe C would throw, Kid Rock would do a line, and then Joe C would say a line. He was kind of like his hype guy / second lyric guy. And I think the song is called Cool Daddy Cool.
Talking about a pimp.
It was a song featured on the 2001 soundtrack for the movie Osmosis Jones, which I didn't even know there was a movie called Osmosis Jones.
Yeah, I think this is from the 90s.
It's an cartoon about some sort of, I think, water-based character or something like that.
And the lyrics are, young ladies, I like them underage. Rock sings on the track. See some say that's statutory. Young ladies, I like them underage. See some say that's statutory. His sidekick at the time, the late, great Joe C., then chimes in, but I say it's mandatory.
Yeah, it's good American lyrics for these times. That's what Turning Point USA is all about.
But, hold on. Haven't over the years, what?
There's a lot of different rappers.
Benny Mardones singing.
Don't bring Benny into this, man. That's a timeless classic.
Okay, how about,
is Benny Mardones singing at the halftime of the Super Bowl?
He's available.
How about She's My Cherry Pie?
And by the way, Lady Gaga wasn't under Jay-Z, so
yeah. So how about that, Brian?
What year was she?
2017.
Oh,
so you're wrong.
So no white people have performed?
Well, I guess if you count Eminem, which people are saying with Eminem.
I think he's white, yeah.
Yeah, he's
white.
He's a white man.
He's the only white guy, though.
But I guess if you do look at some of Eminem's lyrics, that there is a underage rape in one of his lyrics.
Yeah, I mean, lyrically,
There's
listen,
a lot of musicians.
Singing about something and doing something are completely different. I mean, right? I mean, singing can be entertainment, can be hyperbole, can be show business. It can be a lot of different things. I don't think you can necessarily hold an artist responsible for their lyrics if their lyrics are illegal.
I think you can take them into consideration when deciding whether or not they should be on a Turning Point USA Christian-based halftime show. I think that's open for at least consideration.
I don't think that song's going to be played on the Turning Point, but you got to remember, as Christian organization like Turning Point is, they're all about forgiveness, and you got to forgive people if they made wrong decisions.
Has he asked for forgiveness for that song?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know that he's looking for forgiveness.
I know it's come out that he said that it was about he was singing in the eyes of like a pimp.
Hell yeah, he was.
That was the character that was.
So the pimps like underage girls?
I think
mandatory?
So.
I don't know what they're saying. I don't think that's what he's saying.
He gets a pass here because Joe C was involved in the lyrics, and Joe C never hurt anybody, man.
And Joe C wasn't even as tall as some of these
I personally don't care. I just think it's funny that's who they're going with, and it's not like Kid Rock is a saint, but they're saying it's the all-American halftime
well, we don't,
show.
Bad Bunny
I think they're trying to make it as white as they can.
Bad Bunny might be singing about underage women, but we're not going to know what the hell he's talking about because it's going to be an Espanol.
Yeah, true. We don't even know what Bad Bunny's talking about. He could be like, man, I like breaking down underage bitches.
I think there's a black artist in...
If he says once, dose, or trece in any of his songs, red flags go up for me. I know those three words.
Yeah, I think there is a black artist that's singing with the Turning Point. I think.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Is there a black?
I don't know. I mean, who knows who some of the performers are?
Yeah, I could care less. I think taking the Brian Matroni approach of during halftime, I'm going to go pee. I'm going to maybe get some snacks. I'm going to do my thing. Time to. Not have to worry about looking at the commercials and whether they're funny or not. And what's a 30-second commercial going? You know what? I haven't even seen that. Usually that is a major story for. In fact, Seth, last year, I think you and I did that. Gary Cantrell did a little short about you and I discussing how much Fox or whatever was charging for a 30-second.
For 2026, $8 million. Premium spots are exceeding $10 million.
Last year, I think it was $6.
I know that they've already now they do this where they preview what all the commercials are going to be with celebrities. And
They do?
I know that Sabrina Carpenter's in a Pringles commercial. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for that one. By the way, thank God for Chat GPT. Are there any black artists at the Turning Point halftime show? No.
What's Chat GPT?
As of right now,
Good, so it is all American.
As of right now, Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett all are white, but
they're all still white. It could change.
That could change.
They could do it in blackface.
Well, no, because they have rumored that Nicki Minaj would maybe appear.
But now that she got the fake gold card, I don't know.
Yeah. How about that African American homosexual guy that had that really big hit with
Lil Nas X?
Yeah. Yeah. That covers all the bases. Now you got a gay guy.
I don't think he's going on Turning Point USA, Bubba.
But I mean, I think Turning Point USA could really diversify, and that could cover all bases.
They might get Shabuzi.
Okay, fine. Shabuzi, Little Nas X.
You know who Shabuzi is, Bubba?
No, Brian. I do. I've heard of Shabuzi.
Okay.
He's a rapper. I know that.
He's country.
He's country.
And he's black. So yeah, bring Shabuzi in there with a Little Nas X. That really rounds it off. And if Nicki Minaj could be so kind to spit some lyrics, that'd be great too.
Do you think you could get that guy from Jackal to do a Bubba halftime show special, and we could compete with Turning Point?
You talking about Jesse Dupree?
Yeah,
like I'm a lumberjack baby, where he carves where the lead guitar solo is actually a chainsaw.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That's what America needs.
Yeah,
we'll get him and Bird from over the line.
I'm a lumberjack baby, right?
Just something to think about.
Is this Wilder guy? Is he a boxer?
Deontay Wilder?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
And he's being interviewed by this guy, a white guy. And I think the Deontay Wilder guy really does not like his questions, because I think the white guy, the reporter, is asking him about an opponent that he either fought before.
I think Tyson
I'm
Fury.
fairly certain that's Chael Sonnen there. Is it?
Oh, is it? I think it might be.
This guy's British.
Oh, okay.
Australian or
I'm
something.
sorry.
Yeah.
That moment right there looked like Chael Sonnen with glasses on.
He kind of looks like he does look like Chael with like some Clark Kents on. Does he not?
I was like, oh, it says Chael Sonnen, but it's not.
And
okay.
and I don't think Devontae Wilder would be talking to Chael like that.
Yeah, that's true. He'd probably have a little more respect.
Yeah, because isn't he a Hall of Famer? Chael?
Yeah, he's a UFC Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's a UFC Hall of Famer, like one of the original OGs back with
not even original, mid, but yeah.
But Rich Franklin during that era, during the golden era.
Yeah,
with
the golden era.
Chuck Liddell and Rich Franklin and Sean the Muscle Shark, and
he's not a Hall of Famer.
No, he was inducted in 2024.
It says Chael Sonnen's not officially recognized as a Hall of Famer in the UFC.
Huh. Oh, it was
one of his fights was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
One of his fights was inducted.
How do they do that? How do they put
That's weird.
How do they put your fight in and not put you in?
Well, it's the fight. It's the it's the art, not the artist. Like how is there a song of the year?
Now, does Devontae Wilder, is he still active in UFC?
He's not UFC. He's a boxer.
He's a boxer. Okay.
I'm sorry for throwing us on that. I thought that was Chael Sonnen.
All right. So let's just, let's just watch this and see where it takes us. Because I think we're all kind of a little confused.
I wanted to move you on to Tyson Fury.
I don't want to talk about him.
No, you're going to.
Now, I do know Tyson Fury. Is he the current heavyweight champion?
No.
But I think at one time he was.
Yes.
And he's a bad dude. He's a really bad guy.
He's a good fighter.
I mean, when I mean bad, I mean like tough.
Yeah.
Like he's a big dude. And now is Devontae Wilder, is he currently the champion?
No, he lost, I believe, twice, 2 or 3 times to Tyson Fury.
All right.
The guy that is now, his name is Alexander Usyk.
Usyk.
The current heavyweight champion.
Yes.
Alexander Usyk.
Devontae Wilder here, the African-American gentleman, he has been beat by Tyson Fury. Brian said maybe up to 3 times.
At least once. Let me see, twice. 3 times.
So this Devontae Wilder, who seems like a pretty tough guy, but he's got his ass kicked. Oh, I'm sorry. He's been defeated by Tyson Fury 3 times. And so, Brian, as an interviewer, that wouldn't be out of bounds to talk about the guy you just can't quite get over, the guy that seems to have your number, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not out of bounds at all.
Unless the premise of the interview was we're not going to be talking about Tyson Fury, and they agreed to the interview based on that fact. That is one way that I think it would be off bounds.
What's that again?
If they had agreed before the interview even started, hey, I'll come on your show, but I don't want to talk about Tyson Fury.
Sure. Like, had his handler said, everything's in bounds, he doesn't like to talk about Tyson Fury.
Yep.
Had that been the prerequisite to him coming on the show, get it. But I don't feel that potentially that was the case.
I wanted to move you on to Tyson Fury.
I don't want to talk about him.
No, you're going to.
We're here about this.
No, but you're going to.
We're not going to talk about him. We're not going to talk about him at all. Understand that?
No, fair enough.
All right, then. So let's move on. It's all about David Chisora, that's it.
So I'm assuming that he's fighting a guy named Richard Soley or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You called him a cheat.
Not what he said, but yes.
What's that?
I said Chisora.
Okay.
Derek Chisora at the O2 Arena on April 4th, 2026.
All right. So obviously this guy's interviewing Devontae Wilder to promote this event, the guy he's going to fight. That's why this guy would be doing an interview with him, is to promote the upcoming fight he has with this other dude, not Tyson Fury. That tends to trigger this gentleman.
Soren, that's it.
I understand that. You've called him a cheat. And it leads me
the biggest in boxing.
That's like a little bit flaky. You lost those fights, and those fights were lost. It's kind of disappointing to me
You can say
about
what you
because
want. I know the truth. I have the facts.
Okay.
Understand that. I risk my life for you's entertainment to see.
No, absolutely.
So why I ain't never lied about none in this business. Why is it so hard to believe?
You risk your life. You're also heavily compensated to go in that ring and fight.
I thought this might have been a setup, but he gets so mad at the end that I don't think there's any way.
Frank Saliendo, allow me $20 for the babyface fact.
Black man in a white man. Understand me?
Yeah,
why is it so hard to believe a black man in a white man?
Why you don't believe it?
Why is it?
First and foremost, it's got nothing to do with color.
No, it does. This whole country got some. This whole world got something to do with race. You think your life has been like mine?
Listen,
come on, you got white privilege, brother.
Oh, don't start.
Oh man.
I ain't never had that.
Don't start
I'm a black man with dark skin. Ain't nothing ever been given to me. We done been through so much.
Okay.
So much.
Okay. You wanted to move on, right?
Come on, man. Try to give you a vision, a little insight of what we go through as black people, man.
I got it.
You don't get it.
Well, okay.
None of y'all get it.
Where do you want me to go?
Y'all don't get it. And that's the problem. You think you get what you don't understand.
Okay.
Why is it so hard? Man, let me get the out of here, bro. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Talking about my peoples and all that shit. It's hard to believe a black man and a white man. The cheated. Tell him to sue me so I can show the facts early. Because when the documentary and everything, the story come out, I'm going to show every.
I hope this guy gets his ass kicked. Where's Tyson Fury at when you need him?
Why?
Because
what if he's telling the truth? He said there's a documentary coming out on it.
He's unhinged.
2 weeks.
He can't even be. He can't even be have a gentlemanly conversation. And the white reporter is not being racial. Is not playing.
Those Brits can be sneaky though with their words.
Maybe it's the accent.
Fantastic. I'm gonna get all the people that know, and all the people that's in the inside. He got people that the inside of him. They're gonna know. I don't. What? I don't.
That guy's scared. Look at him. Look at his posture.
How could you not be?
I'd be like, help me immediately.
Be a man and take a punch.
Bring him up in the first place. It ain't got shit to do with him.
Fair enough.
I think it's a fleeting gimmick. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, you're good because they bleeped out everything else. So.
Yeah, man. You man, I'm out too.
What happened there wasn't right.
He told you don't bring it up, but you
come on.
Oh, they said, yeah. I mean, look.
I wanted to. Oh, hold on. Brian's right. Brian hit this dead on the head. He said, had they told the interviewer, don't bring up Tyson Fury, and he agreed to that, and then he brings it up, then doubles down on it, and then the African-American gentleman that leaves, that might be part of his posse, says, we told you not to talk about that.
Yeah, man, you, man, I'm out too.
What happened there wasn't right.
He told you don't bring it up, but you
come on.
We told you not to bring it up.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of on the interviewer.
100%. He got what he wanted. Tyson, I mean, in a way, Deontay Wilder probably got what he wanted, because if he does have a documentary coming out, then we wouldn't be talking about this interview and this fight if Deontay Wilder just didn't go off the Richter there.
And he also called Tyson Fury a cheat.
Yeah.
So people are going to want to watch it to see how he what his investigation brings up as to why Tyson Fury is a cheat.
Did Jake Paul fight a Fury?
Yes, he fought. One of the Pauls fought one of the Furies.
Okay.
He lost, right?
Yeah, he lost to the Fury.
Yeah. Do you see now, Lummy, that Jake Paul, which one's the fighter? Jake. He's not now threatening to sue people over talking about that he's not really a fighter.
Oh, interesting.
After he got his ass kicked.
Jaw broke.
Handed to him. Will he ever fight again?
Probably.
I hope not. When I return,
he's gonna fight the Rizzler.
When I return, here's the biggest misconception, and Brian will be able to help me out. Suing somebody for defamation. It is such a high standard. Slander, defamation, libel. It is such a high standard. You have to fundamentally prove damages. Lions fan punched by DK Metcalf files a $100 million defamation lawsuit. First of all, I don't know why defamation would be in play. Maybe battery or...
I think DK after said that the guy said stuff that he didn't actually say, or that the guy's claiming he didn't say, that would have painted him in a bad light.
Okay, but is there any evidence? Like, is there a recording of said conversation between the two, or is he just going to rely on his couple buddies that were drunk with him at the game that going to say, oh yeah, he didn't say that?
I think he's just relying on getting a settlement because the NFL and the players and the teams don't want this to be a story.
So this guy gets a quick check.
Yeah.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
Bias in the first fight.
That's not cheating.
That's not cheating. It's not nothing to do
The
with...
ref bias has nothing to do with Tyson Fury unless Tyson Fury paid the ref to be biased, which at that point is not bias, that's bribery.
That's the first fight. Then the second fight, the rematch, he calls it Glovegate.
Okay.
His pads were illegally removed or manipulated.
Okay. They have a boxing commission that's supposed to inspect and look at all those things, but okay.
Well, he says 2 out of the 3 fights were cheated.
Ah.
So there's still 1.
Well, I would love to hear his evidence. I'm not going to say that there was the bias sounds a little bit slant. That sounds like sour grapes. But removing padding has happened before. I mean, people have had loaded gloves. They've dipped their wraps in plaster of Paris. We had that fighter that was almost killed. Was killed in the ring, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He suffered brain damage and died because the guy was
Apollo Creed.
No.
Oh.
That Apollo Creed is based off this. It's a documentary of this guy's.
Oh shit! Really?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
He says you look at the picture of the hand placing, his hand positioning, proof.
No, that's the only proof he has. Is where his hands are in the gloves. Not that he has gigantic hands, maybe.
Spiked and tampered water, allegedly by his own trainer, who he called disloyal for stopping the 2020 fight.
Oh wait, so he got oh my god! And I know at one point he said he came out in like a gladiator costume and said that the weight of the costume wore him down on the walkout, and that's the reason why. This guy's got a lot of excuses.
His heavy rain walk costume affecting performance.
Yeah. No, those are excuses, but that's not cheating.
Didn't it say it blew up his legs?
Yeah, he said that the costume was heavy and he exhausted him before he got into the ring. Which, I mean, you wore the costume, dude.
Fury just said he's just making excuses.
I would agree. It sounds like it. But again, I'll hear him out. I love a good scandal story, and great documentaries are hard to come by. Documentary of the year was the Video Killed the Radio Star. Still available for rent on Apple TV. But why rent it when you can buy it? It's one you'll want to watch over and over again. A lot of little details you may have missed the first time. Is there going to be a director's cut up with all the outtakes?
I don't know.
Well, he may be privileged now, Uncle, but we don't know what he can. Look, white privilege is a term that gets thrown around, and it's definitely incites and gets people angry and worked up. But I think we all can acknowledge that there are certain barriers that certain people face in life that others don't. Life is not perfectly fair, you know? Some people win a 100-yard dash and start at the 80-yard line, while others are running from, negative 20 yards in that race. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying we need to fix it all, but acknowledging that circumstantially things are better. And yes, on a micro level, a poor white kid has just as much struggles potentially as a poor black kid. Potentially. But there are aspects of it that I think we can at least acknowledge without getting upset. You sharpen the knife over there, switchblade? Sling blade?
Yeah.
You gotta go,
Why don't you acknowledge this mound?
What? What mound?
Acknowledge my mound.
I don't want to acknowledge it. I was avoiding it.
I backhanded his pants and they're very soft.
Thank you.
Again,
your best friend should have the ability to be able to. I mean, he disrespected by not.
Oh, well, guess what? He's gonna feel him during the fucking blizzard. Because I'm taking my pants off and sending them right on over.
The pants off, dance off.
Man, we used to do Underpants Party Fridays on 97X, where we did the show in our underwear.
Oh, but then did the host make him give it to you so you can smell them?
That's a rip-off of my Power Pig gimmick.
Is us wearing our boxers doing a show?
Mm-hmm. No Panties Thursday? Mm-hmm. Don't think so.
An Underpants Party Friday?
Yeah, whatever.
I came up with it. Just give me credit, please.
That's where I learned how well hung Drew was.
What? Oh,
yeah. I gotta think that he's not
packing.
well hung.
Thick, yeah.
Tampa Bay's trusted source for lawnmowers, landscape equipment, lifts, loaders, service, and repairs. I'm talking about Les of Tampa Bay. 3 convenient locations, Bradenton, Clearwater, and Wesley Chapel. They're much more than your lawnmower and outdoor power equipment shop. They strive to provide quality products and top service at the best prices. What sets Les apart from the competition? Their relationship with you. Also, the exclusive home dealer of Skag. Whether you need parts and service or you need a brand new unit, Les of Tampa Bay will take care of you. More information, Les, L-E-S-S, LesTampaBay.com.
He's the Rasputin of radio.
He used to be a porno actor like 15 years ago.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
It's not a porn party.
Back to the sponge. Bubba the Love Sponge.
Of course, the Super Bowl, for those that are living under a rock, Sunday at 6:30. They're saying 6:30 kickoff. Usually they're fairly accurate on that. And then, of course, Bad Bunny. Now, does Bad Bunny got anybody performing with him? Is any other artist, I should say? I'm sure he's going to have a ton of backup dancers and support personnel like that. But I don't know if there's any other artists.
I would imagine he'd bring somebody out, but...
like last year they had didn't they have Samuel L. Jackson that introduced Lamar?
Yeah, SZA and Samuel were but remember when J-Lo and Shakira performed, Bad Bunny was one of the guests. So
oh, that's right.
Maybe he might return the favor.
They may have Bugs and Roger come out.
Who?
Bugs and Roger.
Who's that?
Well, Bugs Bunny and Roger the Rabbit.
Oh, man, Dr.
End up
Dad's
being one very pricey punch as a Lions fan files a lawsuit against Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver DK Metcalf.
Yesterday, I saw on NFL News that Mike McCarthy had made his first big decision as the Steelers head coach. Was that anything to do with Aaron Rodgers? Is he coming?
No, I think he hired his OC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is there word on if Rodgers is coming back or not?
Mike McCarthy said he's just going to let Aaron Rodgers do Aaron Rodgers.
Which means he'll go out and lick a toad and do some mushrooms and tell you in June whether he's coming back or not.
Did he just do an interview with Tucker Carlson I saw a clip of Rodgers.
Aaron?
Yeah, I saw a clip of Aaron Rodgers talking about the Epstein files, and I can't tell if it was from a while ago or if it was recent, because he was talking about stuff that was just released.
It's got to be somewhat recent.
So,
I mean, will you track that down?
Yes. Yeah, it was all the talk around Metro Detroit with the altercation playing out this past December. Right there.
Now, did he get a
Looks
hit?
like 2024.
Okay. Roll it back.
Right, with the altercation playing out this past December.
He swung at him for sure.
He swung at him for sure, but it looks like he missed.
All the talk around Metro Detroit with the altercation.
And you know, Brian, the lawsuit doesn't have, well, at least the headlines, they don't read anything about battery.
Right.
It's about defamation. One would think that, if he did hit the guy, that'd be the first thing that you would be able to prove easily.
Is there anything to where there's footage of him, clear footage after the fact, where he goes, that was the plan, that's what I wanted to do? Does that come into play at all, that he was trying to be antagonistic?
I think it would.
It should.
It definitely would on an assault, charge or case for
playing out
from
this
assault.
past.
Meaning the fan
the striking.
came back and said, yep, that's what you're saying. Yeah, that would be, I think, a huge factor in play.
And that he probably did say something antagonistic.
December, right there inside Ford Field.
Now 7 News Detroit has obtained a copy of the $100 million lawsuit.
$100 million? Give me a break.
$100 million.
What an ambulance chasing piece of shiz.
That fan is now filed against.
Not that I'm a big Metcalf fan, because I'm not, and he should never, ever, as a professional athlete, put yourself in that situation. But
you going to take this to court? Because what are you going to settle for?
I mean, $25,000.
Man, I couldn't give this guy
and
anything.
2 other former players.
7 News Detroit reporter Whitney Burney was at the press conference today, hearing from the fan and his lawyers.
Oh, good.
About why he's now taking legal action.
Do we cheat him and how?
Brian Kennedy and the attorneys in this case say that this incident has had a profound impact on the victim and his business. They say that this lawsuit is about holding those with power accountable.
Lions games have always been about community and having fun for
hold
me.
on.
Sitting beside.
Lummy talks out the side of his mouth. He's a side talker. Lummy, you heard what they heard, but you can never trust a side talker.
That's probably from the physical injuries he suffered from the violent assault.
He should open up the press conference
I
by
can't
saying,
talk out of the left side of my mouth.
I used to be a straight on talker. Now I'm a side talker because of the emotional distress I've got from Mr. Metcalf. Now I have to talk out the side of my mouth like this. I used to be a straight on talker. Evidence will show.
Power accountable.
Lions games have always been about community and having fun for me.
Sitting beside his attorneys, Lions
fan. Yeah, but it's not about calling a black man the N-word. Because isn't that what Metcalf said he said?
Yes.
That's
and
the
Brian
rumor, yeah.
Yeah.
Kennedy says he's setting the record straight.
What's been said about me on national and international media is false and deep.
Now hold on, Ryan. You put yourself in this Brian. Be a judge or a lawyer or be anybody that that knows the law. Be anybody that knows the law. What's been said about you is a reaction from the predicament that you placed yourself in. Right?
Yeah, but they're saying because DJ Metcalf and Ocho Cinco both said that he used the N-word.
Okay, well, you should not have been down there antagonizing him.
Well, that doesn't forgive him from if they did make a false statement. But it's, the standard here, though, is it's a newsworthy event, but he's not suing any media, so he's suing the individual who made the comment. I think the fact that he was down there antagonizing and said that's what I was looking for.
I don't think that sets well with a jury at all.
That's going to be evidence of, who are we going to believe here? The guy who is proud of himself for antagonizing somebody to the point that they got angry and lost their cool, or the guy who said that's what he said?
Right.
Really hurtful. Being publicly labeled a racist based on something I did not say has caused serious damage to my family, business, reputation, and...
All right, so let's say that you didn't say it. You did not say it.
I'm surprised anybody with all those things he listed was in that position where you dress up like a clown and harass football players.
Exactly. When you're a guy that owns your own business and you're that successful, yada, 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 but you're dressed up like a clown trying to antagonize a football player. Like, I would think.
I would hope my family would talk me out of that before I left the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, look at
I would
that
hope
big-
Phoebe would say, Seth, that orange, I know it's creamsicle throwback weekend, but I don't know if that orange wig really is. Yeah.
Now I'm going to go yell at players of the opposing team. Hopefully one takes a swing at me, gets ejected, and I help my team win.
Oh, and you make $100 million?
That's the plan.
Okay.
Has put my personal safety at risk.
Sammy would say, Dad, you go. Go get some.
Season ticket holder announcing a $100 million plus lawsuit Wednesday.
I feel like it's this Austin Powers. $100 million. Let's say that thing.
After he says he was assaulted by Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver DK Metcalf. The December incident captured on.
Oh, did you guys see So of course, Brian, you throw as much crap against the wall to see how many paydays and settlements you can get. So you got Metcalf.
Shay-Shay's done settling, I'll tell you that right now.
Pittsburgh Steelers, Chad Ochocinco, Shay Media, the sports...
All-Time Sports, LLC, doing business as The Volume.
And I don't know what the last one is.
Wide receiver DK.
So then Ford Field Management, because what? Their
The
security guards
didn't come over and intervene,
Yeah, exactly.
Which they may actually have a valid point there, but...
Metcalf.
Well, I think, Brian, here's the other thing. I think they would say, sir, where was your ticket issued? And if it wasn't right there in that front seat,
He's had season tickets there for like 15 years.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying, wouldn't Ford Field Management, Brian, be able to say you were not in your ticket where your ticket's been issued?
Yeah, I don't know. That's not enough there. They can tell that there's a confrontation going on.
The December incident captured on camera. Kennedy is also suing former NFL stars Chad Ochocinco Johnson and Shannon Sharp for libel and defamation after the two made statements on their podcast alleging Kennedy hurled racial slurs.
No, he did yoke him up. It does look like he did grab his shirt and bring him down to him. Watch.
Libel and defamation after the two made statements on their podcast alleging Kennedy hurled racial.
He grabs him by the hair.
What do you say, Lemmy?
He is in his seat.
That was a seat right there?
That is his seat, yeah.
Okay.
Racial slurs at the player, causing the outburst.
What kind of reasonable person, let alone a white man in 2025 here in downtown Detroit, would go out and shout out the N-word across the field? That doesn't make much sense.
A guy in blue hair.
Hold on, the same guy who left his house wearing blue hair. That guy.
That's going to be used against him.
If you want us to be intellectually honest, there, buddy, we're going to give you the answer.
The DK Metcalf exploding, that definitely makes sense.
While Kennedy maintains racial slurs were not used, nor insults to DK's mother, which was also alleged.
Your mama, he's doing black plus your mama jokes for a payday.
He called
It's
her
unclear
next
exactly.
Tuesday.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Who did? Metcalf called.
No. He told Metcalf that his mom is a see you next Tuesday.
What was said. But attorneys say Kennedy is still in good standing at Ford Field.
Mr. Kennedy didn't do anything that anybody else wasn't doing. He was cheering for his team. He was rooting for the Lions, and he was booing some of the calls and the plays by the Steelers. This case is not about the Lions. It's not about the Ford family or the allegations that they did anything wrong.
Why are you suing suing their facility then?
Because we can.
It's about protecting the fans, protecting the brand. We should all be able to go to these games as fans and not be subjected to leaving that stadium.
What brand?
And having our lives ruined.
The Lions brand is fine, I think.
Yeah, they're fine.
I don't know what brand they're talking
Dan
about.
Campbell as coach. You're good.
And our reputation's ruined based on any type of fault.
What reputation?
Well, and the Shay and the Ochocinco one's ridiculous. That's going to get thrown out because they're doing it off of a valid news story and a believable, credible report of what was said.
Right.
So
from the person that was involved in the incident.
Yeah, and so there's going to be no action there.
They get thrown out immediately.
I would move for summary judgment on that.
False allegations.
I reached out to the Pittsburgh Steelers, the NFL, and Shannon Sharp's media company, Shay Media, for a statement, but didn't hear back in time for this report. From Ford Field, Whitney Burney, 7 News Detroit.
All right, Whitney, thank you.
He's going to get something. That's the worst part of this, is that he's definitely going to, right? I mean.
Yeah, he'll probably get something.
Jackson Hayes a guard for the the Wizards?
The Lakers.
The Lakers. They were doing pregame introductions, and this is the mascot for
the Wizards.
And he kind of just running around the court with the flag and getting everybody all riled up and getting everybody all crazy.
He got suspended a game for this.
The mascot did? No, the player did.
Yes.
The player, who is, again, Jackson Hayes, this is, as a player, man, you just can't. You got to have more restraint than this. Because the mascot's going to try to get you going. And the guard, is he a guard?
I think so.
For the Lakers, tackles him. Check this out. Now, Brian, this is probably a lawsuit. If he was hurt or something like that. And you can prove that, obviously the league thought it was, severe enough to discipline the player a game. That adds to your, to your weaponry, does it not? If you're a lawyer.
Washington Wizard.
What a dick move.
It is kind of a dick move. It's funny.
I mean, the guy tackles him, Lummy, and a picture
It's more of a shoulder check than a tackle.
You can't see a lot in those costumes, though, man. You go black when you get hit like that.
He's making sure he doesn't hit the Wizard
But I will
players.
tell you this, man. He decleats him. I mean, look, the mascot is off the ground, right? I mean, he's decleated. I mean, this is his foot, and you can tell it's a couple feet off the ground.
They did tweet that whatever his name is, Wiz, that he's okay.
Yeah, gee whiz.
Yeah, until he lawyers up and he's got neck vertebrae this and soft tissue that, and that's a quick check too, isn't it, Brian? Usually.
Well, that'd be the NBA suing the NBA, or wouldn't it be
Well, no, you could sue the player individually.
The player.
Yeah.
I mean, the NBA really didn't have anything to do with it.
And I'd be shocked if G Wiz is an employee and not an independent contractor.
They're definitely independent contractors.
No. They started, especially smaller teams. They started doing interns to be it.
Oh boy, if it's an intern, it's even worse.
Yeah, they stopped paying high level, like $100,000, like they did to Raymond and stuff like that.
They rotate the guys that will wipe up the sweat on the floor. They get to rotate between being the mascot.
Exactly.
And they're also the ball boy that feeds the guy their balls before during warm up.
And nobody asked for this.
They're the sweat cleaner uppers, and then a couple of them are the mascots during the game, before the game, and after the game.
You know what the mascot said after? They said, "Gee whiz, man, why'd you do that?"
The judge now says the NBA cannot put Terry Rozier on unpaid leave during his gambling investigation.
So he's being investigated for gambling on NBA games.
Yes.
And he is now got a judge to side with him. Wouldn't that be, you would think that there would be a conduct clause?
Well, what conduct's been proven? There's allegations. He's not been convicted.
So anyway, listen, the Heat have to continue to pay him his $26 million salary while the league and the FBI and everybody else investigates this gambling allegation.
Well, there's a talk that he may be traded with Tyler Hero to a team that can absorb his contract. So the Heat may not be paying it. They may be using him as bait to get rid of the dead money.
On unpaid leave during his gambling investigation.
So you got to pay him. But what happens if they find him guilty? Does he got to return to pay?
No, I don't think so.
And what team would ever take that on in fear that he is found guilty?
Oh, they're just eating the contract. It's just they're not going to employ him per se. That's just the league helped. If the court rules that he's entitled to it, then they've got cover at that point.
The Heat must keep paying Rozier his full $26.6 million salary for this season. It comes after Rozier was federally indicted back in October in an alleged sports gambling scheme. Prosecutors claim he faked a foot injury at a March 2023 game when he was playing for the Charlotte Hornets. Rozier has pleaded not guilty.
So if they do find him guilty, I think that's maybe a lifetime suspension.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, he's going to be in prison, so
yeah, in prison.
His career was on its back end, anyways. I believe Terry Rozier's like what, in his mid-30s.
The NBA will carry on without Terry Rozier.
Yeah, but here's what I don't understand: a guy like that on the back end of his career warrants $26.5 million.
Every NBA player makes ridiculous money now.
God, that's
a middling contract. They're making $61 million, Bubba, a year. To have load management and play 54 games a season. It's the biggest joke in sports right now.
I think Giannis is on like a 4-year, 275.
Yeah, it's insane.
What's LeBron make?
I mean, he's probably down to 30. I don't know.
I think it's 40 or something like that. But yeah, they're talking about he might go to the Cavs next year and have to take a lot less.
What, and wrap up his career in Cleveland?
Yeah, because they just got James Harden and they have Donovan Mitchell. So
man, how many teams has James Harden played for? Almost every team in the league.
He's up to, I think, like 8 or 6 or no, he's at 6. Russ Westbrook's played for 8. But that's misleading too because they count the Seahawks and the OKC Thunder as two different teams, which they aren't.
The Sonics,
or the Sonics. Yeah, sorry.
Is James Harden a problem? Is he a head case or a problem? Because everywhere he goes, whether he had a long tenure with Houston, I think he played for the 76ers. I think he OKC. Like, is he just a head case or a problem or not coachable because he's like he doesn't and he's good as hell, or he used to be.
No, he chokes in the playoffs. That's his problem. That's always been the knock on him, is he can't get it done in crunch time. And he travels every time he shoots a three-pointer.
So how old is he, and how many more years we got to deal with his nonsense?
36. Something like that?
Yeah, he should only be good for another year or two.
Yeah, I'd just be done with him. He's
still putting up 20 and 10 or whatever it is right now.
He said this is his last chance at a championship. So.
Yeah, it's 36. I nailed it. Oh, please.
And he's going to Cleveland?
Yes.
Are they championship quality? Are they,
The East is wide open.
And they were the number one team in the East last year.
Does my Pacers get their one guy back, Halliburton?
Yeah, he'll be back next season along with Jason Tatum.
Pacers are
for Boston.
Pacers are in the mix for the number one pick this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And who's going to be the number one guy selected?
There's a couple of guys. There's a kid out of BYU and a kid out of Kansas.
What about Boozer?
Boozer's going to be like the third guy taken.
Who's the guy out of Kansas?
He's Peterson.
I think the Pacers need a center, don't they? They lost Miles Turner to Milwaukee.
When you pick in the top anymore. When you pick in the top, you pick the best player.
So no team needs a center. You just need a couple big forwards.
Yeah, no, you need hybrid guys. You need guys that can shoot the three and play down low. There's no true centers anymore in the NBA.
Jeffrey Epstein medical records released. Emails to doctors show the convicted pedophile was concerned about low testosterone levels, and he had contracted several sexual transmitted infections.
Oh.
Jeffrey Epstein had very low testosterone and appeared to have so he froze his sperm. Why would he be freezing his sperm?
Because he wants to have kids one day.
Urology tests show that he had well below normal testosterone levels in 2016, which Epstein noted had been the same for 10 years. Didn't he have a deformed,
egg-shaped like penis?
Yeah, like he had like a really deformed egg-shaped like penis where he couldn't really have intercourse. That's why all these young teenage girls only gave him
massages
by hand on the egg-shaped gimmick. His reported levels varied between 65 and 150. That's practically bitch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're on
what's rugged alpha?
1,000.
Ooh,
1,100. Me and Hogan one time got tested, and Hogan did a shot the day before, and he tested 25,000.
Oh my God, that's not good for your heart.
And he goes, and the doctor. I'm not even going to mention that. I know that, but I could, like, if they would try to get me in trouble for saying the story, I can even mention. I even know the doctor that we were there. I even know the doctor's information, so I know this to be true, and I was part of this conversation. So the doctor walked in and said, "Terry, did you take a shot yesterday?" He goes,
Ms. Ark.
Yeah, I think I did. 2 cc's. He goes, well, the labs came back and your levels are 25,000 and the normal level is supposed to be between 750 and 1,100. And Hogan goes, man, okay. Well, okay.
I'm all man, brother.
I'm 25 G's, brother.
Jeez.
25,000. In men, chronic low testosterone can cause low sperm count and is it motility?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, motility, like they don't move around as much, right?
Is that like a low libido?
I don't know.
Epstein also complained to doctors that he was experiencing a low libido. Your trafficking didn't say that. In an email to one doctor at 3 a.m. on the day after my birthday, April 24th.
Motility is your GI tract moving.
Constipated.
Yeah.
Cheese will do that to you. And opioids. Cheese and opioids cause you to be constipated. Ask Elvis. Epstein, at the age 62, writes, as you can see from the timestamp, my sleep pattern is not wonderful. I'm hesitant to start a regimen of hormones. My low testosterone has been there for like 15 years. Mechanic view, is that what I say? Mechanic view is that it's caught up to me. I don't know what that means. One of the several doctors he consulted advised Epstein to take testosterone replacement, which he should have, which also blocks estrogen receptors in the brain to induce the body to produce more testosterone. Epstein emails a Dr. Peter Attia in 2016 say that he stopped taking this testosterone booster.
Clomid? I feel like women take Clomid to help them get pregnant or something.
He said he was taking Clomid. I've never heard of Clomid being a testosterone booster. I guess he stopped taking it, said it was a giant mistake to go on it. Stopped the Clomid. The water retention and fat around the waist made it that as if I was pregnant.
Yeah, it's supposed to stimulate the body's natural hormone production of
I don't
testosterone.
believe in taking anything that stimulates your natural.
It blocks,
I want stuff that's like gasoline that goes right to the project.
It blocks the estrogen receptors in the brain. So that might be the mechanics by which it may have helped his testosterone.
Meaning he felt like less bitch-like?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor. You got one on Monday and Tuesday.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
Marcus Camby. Come on, when's John Moran getting traded? You know the Heat and the Timberwolves want that ass.
Erica, I got diarrhea. Can you make me a grilled cheese and Percocet sandwich, please?
Yeah. Erica Kirk or Caroline Levitt? Who you taking?
I'm taking
Caroline Levitt.
Yeah, I think I'm taking Caroline Levitt. She'll be way more sad when I die.
I think she's probably a little bit more freakier.
Really?
You know she follows orders well. And she'll stand up for her man.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, so will Erica Kirk.
She wouldn't take a bullet for him.
But she would throw a stadium party in his honor.
A lot of pyro.
They made $200,000 that day.
I heard she was bragging about it to the employees. But again, we're not judging her based on that. Because I don't know how I would react if my husband was fatally shot and I had to carry on the company that he built with his bare hands and sweat equity.
Well, I mean, they're raking in a ton of money.
This halftime show is going to be huge.
I mean, I know their speakers get paid well, so I'd imagine the performers are going to get
top dollar.
Right,
I think you can get Kid Rock for a 12-pack of Budweiser and a prescription of Valtrex.
Listen, I love making Kid Rock is like
I always have a special place in my heart, but he's still got people that will go see him, you know?
Oh, I'm not saying nobody wants to see him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying most people don't want to see him.
I think he's back to drinking Bud Light, too. I got really scared when he was shooting that can years ago.
I think Bud Light.
He had to though, man.
I think Bud Light paid him.
That can went woke.
But Bud Light paid him.
Man, what happened to that chick or whatever, man?
What chick?
That got the deal. The Bud Light deal? Remember why everybody started going crazy?
Dylan Mulvaney guy?
Oh, is that what the name was?
Yeah.
They fell off. I hope they don't start popping up in my algorithm because we mentioned their name.
He's got a Mulvaney penis.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Does Mulvaney have a penis?
I don't know if it's lopped off.
What's up, Barry?
Yeah, detailed her gender transition. So, she is a she, I guess, at this point. Well, that's, yeah.
She is?
Yeah.
I think that John Morant could go to Miami or Minnesota. I don't think Orlando. I don't think Giannis is getting traded because the Warriors said the Warriors made a trade last night. They were trying to get him, and they said they don't think he's getting traded, which is why they moved on to Kristaps for some reason.
Why would you let him not get traded and just walk with no contract?
Because he's got it. They think they can get more in the offseason.
When they don't have control of him?
I think he's got another year.
Does he?
I think. What's up, Man Crusher?
Oh, he's not. You're right. He's under contract through 27-28. So 2 years.
But, I mean, if they're not going to give him the max, I mean, he's got to go, then they've got to move on. I honestly, I don't know why they're keeping him.
He can become a free agent in the summer of 2027.
Oh, man. They got a championship. It was great. Legend, Hall of Famer, but you got to reset.
Yeah.
I like what the Wizards are doing, man.
Well, they're assembling some talent, but the problem is the best line for him was what Alex Stein said. Anthony Data Davis. He is always injured.
Well, good thing they're not counting on those guys this year.
But
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Listener supported via PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. All at the Bubba Army. Now returns.
Before I blast out of here, and then don't forget Blizzard, the Blizzard podcast will be up next. And then are you guys doing a break today?
No. Not today unless it sells out. I got the cards, but we've got a great football break for the Super Bowl with a Sam Darnold rookie card giveaway as
now
part of it.
Now you guys doing it during the Super Bowl?
We don't know when we're doing it. We're doing it once it sells out, I'll tell you that.
How close are you to selling it out?
Halfway there.
Go to Blizzard Breaks on Facebook. That's how you get in on this action. I really didn't get to play any of the Bill Gates. I got an STD, and I think his wife Melinda talked about it. I got an STD from Epstein Island. That should be a country song.
Yeah.
I got an STD from and arguably one of the most influential, richest men in the world. Now, is that documented for a fact that he did get an STD from Epstein Island? I mean, I've seen a lot of talk about it.
It's documented in the emails that were released, but I mean, there's no. I don't think there's like a prescription for Bill Gates or anything like that.
Well, Bill Gates came out and said he regretted it.
Philanthropist Melinda French Gates is speaking out after her ex-husband Bill Gates appeared in the newly released Epstein files.
For me, it's personally hard because...
By the way, and I think part of that was he was trying to find medicine that he could slip into Melinda's, or is there any Melinda?
Yeah,
Melinda.
Into her coffee or her... She could just slip it into her... And not his penis, but the medicine into something she was eating or consuming, and safeguard her against the potential STD he got.
Brings back memories of some very, very painful.
I mean, how much did she get? Like $65 billion or 35.
She gives it all away.
Yeah, she does.
She does?
Oh, yeah.
Multiple times in my marriage.
The couple divorced back in 2021. Now Gates addressing the Epstein scandal with NPR's Rachel Martin.
So whatever questions remain there of what I can't even begin to know all of it, those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
While Bill Gates has previously said his meetings with Epstein were a, quote, huge mistake, his mention in the newly released documents...
Man, he's looking old.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get old.
...are fueling fresh scrutiny over the nature of their association. Asked about the new files...
Man, how could you even read that? How heavily redacted is that? Oh, my God. It's like, please...
The spokesperson for Bill Gates called the latest allegations completely false.
Was that Prince Andrew? Right there? I think it was, isn't it?
Yeah.
The guy from...
Yeah.
He's taken the worst of it, hasn't he?
Well, he got kicked out of the
whole
royal
deal.
family.
He got kicked out of
him with girls. I mean, he's...
yeah, it's hard for him to
He got kicked out of the whole deal. He lost his castle. He lost his security detail. He lost his paycheck. He lost his uniform, his standing. I think they pretty much kicked him right out of the family.
So Melinda, she got $76 billion in the divorce.
$76 billion.
She's worth about 30 now.
Completely false, and said the only thing these documents demonstrate is Epstein's frustration that he did not have an ongoing relationship with Gates. Meanwhile, new fallout for the now former Prince Andrew, whose connection to Epstein has been documented for years. Andrew appears in the newly released files in photos leaning over a young woman lying on...
Now, here's the thing. Like, that's probably not a... I mean, like, how can that picture get you in trouble? You're not doing anything wrong.
What the hell? Along with the allegations, man?
No.
Come on.
But just this particular picture.
The picture's not... He's not getting in trouble for this picture. It's just adding on.
Okay.
What do you think's
All right.
going on there?
Okay, bud.
Do you think that's his kid?
No.
Okay,
I got it. You throw that in conjunction with...
They didn't take pictures of the rape, so this is the closest that...
If I had a picture of Michael Jackson leaning over Tyler on the ground like that, what would your reaction be?
You know what? You absolutely shut me down.
And there's videos, too.
And Michael Jackson didn't get thrown out of... He's still the king of pop. He still has his crown, unlike Prince Andrew.
He's in heaven? Is he in heaven, the king of pop?
Listen, I acknowledge you faced me, kid. You got me.
You got faced.
The floor. Now, amid
Jesus.
growing outrage in
look
the
at the
UK.
eyes.
Again, double-faced. Okay? And throw a Kushner facing in there, too.
I'll
take it all. I'll take it like a little bitch.
Bubba, he's trying to tell you. Look at these eyes. I'm a pervert. I'm a pedophile. Look at me.
I'm sorry for misinterpreting this very disturbing picture.
You think he was sizing her up for some CPR or something?
CPR classes with Epstein.
I am so sorry. He's a creepo.
Moved out of the 31-room Royal Lodge earlier than expected.
Barefooted makes it even more creepy.
Lemmy's trying to help you.
He's living on...
Lemmy, don't help me. I got to take a solid L
Bubba, if
on
you went
this.
back to that last picture, it looks like he's getting in perfect position for CPR.
It looks like he's getting in perfect position to mount her. Lemmy, I got to take an L on this, okay? Yeah.
Lodge earlier than
The
expected.
two flakes got us.
He's living on his brother, King Charles' privately owned...
King Charles is like, you stupid son of a bitch. I'm throwing you out of the family. You're done, buddy. I'm the king and you're not. You're some...
Charles is letting
British
him live on his
tabloids
estate,
upping
though.
the pressure on the royal family. One headline reading, Charles must now face questions. At the White House yesterday, President Trump, who's mentioned hundreds of times in the newly released files, said this.
I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else, really. Now that nothing came out about me.
Trump says he cut off all ties with Epstein many years ago. The depositions of Bill and Hillary Clinton for a House committee investigation into Epstein are now scheduled for February 26th and 27th. Neither has been accused of any wrongdoing. Hannah Battah, ABC News.
Now, Brian, when's the last time there was a president that had to go in front of a House Judiciary Commission? I mean, like, I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Yeah, I don't know, but
and can he play cute games by first of all, he's unbelievably brilliant. Probably knows the law.
They call him Slick Willie for a reason, multiple reasons.
They say he's one of the smartest people. They say he's one of the smartest presidents ever, IQ wise, and a Harvard grad, probably knows the law as well as anybody. Could he play all types of, privileged, cute games, fifth? Can he play all those games? I mean, and do you have presidential privilege, or is there a certain privilege you have as being the president on not having to answer? Is it the same as the fifth?
I don't know that he's going to plead the fifth on anything, but he definitely will be, very elusive in his answers to the question.
Now, will he be there by himself, or will he have legal representation with him?
He may have representation sitting behind him, but you don't want to look guilty. And if you have a lawyer with you whispering in your ear, it makes you look guilty.
Right.
What's calling for it to be public? What does that mean?
That's when it would be, videotape. I mean,
live on
broadcast
C-SPAN. Live on C-SPAN.
Would it otherwise be not? We wouldn't have it on TV otherwise.
They sometimes take them behind closed doors.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they'll do closed hearings.
Man, the ratings! I wouldn't put it on. I wouldn't bury it on C-SPAN. I put it on every network available known to man.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to watch this. Right?
I think a lot of people do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not Donald Trump. He says it's time to move on.
Away.
Let's turn the page.
I didn't do nothing wrong. I did not have sexual relations with that girl. Remember he had that thumb? He used to do that thumb.
What if they ask him about that again, just to spring in a question?
How about Monica? You heard from her? Did you get a Christmas card, Bill? Away. The Blizzard's next. It's the most popular podcast we got going on.
We're going to praise Slick Willie for the next 45 minutes.
Two flakes.
I love the Blizzard.
Me and Lummy are going to try to... We're real men. We're going to try to go out and fix a generator.
That's right.
Together.
It's rated.
I might be going to the auto parts store, too.
Maybe going to the hospital.
See you later.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian, Lummit.
It's Seth, co-host and president of podcasting.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter programming.
Gene Lasker, voice of the people. Glad you get to hear me.
Gary Cantrell, video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.